Warm greetings from the high 10. It is Everyday Shenanigans. This is live number 2. This will be a 2-part compilation live pertaining to allegations coming out of Rogersville, Tennessee by Candus against her husband, Donald Wells. Commentary has been brought forth by a few news stations that she filed a police report pertaining to the husband putting his hands on her. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's my question to the chat and to the general public, YouTube Nation. Who and around the world, did Donald Wells assault Candus Bly? And from the information that I read, the report came in hours after the fact. So, Candy, are you lying? Because I know you like to play on telephones a lot. You and Don are avid telephone users. I kind of bet that when you were a kid, maybe your mother didn't buy you a toy phone to play with. So when you finally became an adult and had access to a cell phone, telephone, landline, you were just beside yourself. Maybe you just picked random people out of the telephone book and would call them. You know, kind of the things some of us kids did in high school, preteens. We dial up people in the telephone book and play pranks on them. You know, back in the time when we had telephone books and people's telephone numbers were in the books. Did you do that, Candy? You and Don, perhaps. You all dialed up innocent people and just played little pranks on them. But the sad part is that you were adults when you did it. I'm just curious. Thank you for joining me. It's Everyday Shenanigans. First part of this live. It's about the bikers that allegedly are supposed to be coming to Tennessee. I'm going to play you commentary that's in the queue from one of the messy boots that was on the ground. If it wasn't for the fact that there wasn't any information in a legal Google search pertaining to the bikers, I would have gladly brought you that said information. But there was nothing in the Google search pertaining to anybody coming to town, not even Santa Claus. Oh, that's right. Santa Claus, he's already came to town. But did he go to 110 Bench Circle? Probably not. This is from commentary out of the queue pertaining to alleged bikers coming to Tennessee. This is a 2-part live compilation pertaining to these said people and the 911 call by Candus Bly against Donald Wells. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats are welcome during the live. Amen. Enjoy the ride.
The missing child here, we're out. All the bikers are up there. We're going up there to find them. We're on our way. Just letting you know. This poor child. We're going to do the right thing. All the bikers are on their way.
So why are you helping? Why are you on the way? What are you?
Because it's the right thing to do. The missing child, very important. The child trafficking is like a $150 billion industry, and we're hoping that didn't happen to her. We're going to be looking. That's what we do. That's our job.
Are you going to try to talk to the parents, Donnie?
Yep, we're going to talk to the parents and find out the truth.
Or shake the truth out of them?
Shake the truth out of them.
Shake the truth. Well, thank you. We support the bikers. And how many bikers are expected to go look for Summer Wells? A couple of hundred. And you'll be looking, what, in the fields?
Field, also farms, field, surrounding area.
Well, thank you for what you're doing. Justice for Summer Wells is coming. Stay safe, stay warm when you guys are up there. We do support the bikers.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That said commentary out of the queue. You can go search for yourself. I'm not promoting nobody's channel. Nah. Anyway, this guy was sitting on a bicycle. Yeah, I call motorcycles bicycles. It's just a big bicycle. A guy was sitting on a bicycle with a poster of Summer Wells, basically giving his commentary that he and a couple of hundred guys, gals are going up there. Oh, I'm sorry, down here. Shut your mouth, Queen. They coming down here to search in different locales and areas. Oh, mercy. For Summer Wells. And they're also going to visit the Wells, try to talk to them and shake something out of them if they can. Good luck with that. I guess some of you must got a lot of bond money in your pocketbooks. I've never seen anything so crazy as people joining in searches later in life pertaining to missing people. And as I said, there's nothing wrong with being concerned about a missing person, a live person, but you have to know when to fold, when to stay out of the way. I don't see what's going to come from this. Is this going to be a real messy situation? We're going to get a couple of Jack and Jills that's going to come down and sit outside the driveway, 100 or so bicycles lined up. Might be kind of cold down here, but hey, if you're coming from New York, you're used to the cold. So make sure you bring your chinchillas, your high boots, thigh boots, your gloves, your mittens, your scarves when you're in the holler. Just saying. When is this supposed to take place? You didn't ask them what date they were coming. Or maybe they just want to surprise the Wells. Boy, that would be a surprise, would it not? To wake up and see 100 you-know-whats sitting in your driveway. Not on the road, but in your driveway. Imagine that. Don and Candy waking up, Don preferably, getting up to go to work, if he still has a job, and coming outside with 100 and something white folks on bicycles in the driveway. I'm dead, Satan. I'm dead. I can't. Shut your mouth, Queen. Woo, Lord have mercy. I've been jamming all evening to my music from the 80s. If you all go into the YouTube Q, my community page, I did some throwbacks of 80s music. I've been feeling myself with a little Michael Jackson, Phil Collins. I've just been all over the place. You can see I'm basically a happy person. I can't let the devil steal my joy and get me down. I could be sad today and happy in 1 hour. You can't never tell with the Queen. But anyway, check out my community page if you want to lift your spirits with some old time music from the 80s, some throwbacks, Tina Turner, Michael Jackson, because you're going to need it for this junk here that I'm discussing now. As I told a commenter, no, baby, save your popcorn for a real movie. You need to go straight to the liquor cabinet talking about Hollerville. Even if you don't drink, go buy a wine cooler. Thank you. Lord have mercy. Hello, John. How you doing? Yes, Queen is on the road. Next commentary is by Mr. A.B. pertaining to the 911 call. Yeah, Candy, somebody got a hold of that call. Oh, dun it all. You is going to be in trouble if you lied. Candy, you have got to stop these reindeer games, baby. What's wrong? You want the Queen to come up there and talk to you? I'm good at talking to people. You want a friend, baby. You want a new friend. You want Queen come up there and lay her hands on you and talk to you and tell you you need to try Jesus because he on the main line. Don't let me start preaching. Yeah, even a sinner can preach. I want to talk to you, Candus. You got to trust in the Lord. You got to turn it over. Tell the church and God, what did you do with the baby? Come on, I don't hear you. I said, amen. Candus, you need to try the Lord. He's on the main line. Candus, you ain't got to live this way. You can turn it over because God, woo, he's able. You need to walk right, huh? You need to talk right. Stop playing with YouTube that they ain't going to pay your bills. Come on, Queen. Talk to him. Jesus is on the main line. He told me to tell you, you ain't got to keep living like you're living. You can get up and leave 110 Ben Hill Circle. You ain't got to keep lying. He's able. Come on, child. You ain't got to keep lying. God is able. Come on. You got to get on up and turn it over. You might be a sinner, fornicator, because we all flawed, but it's time for you to tell us, where is Summer Wells? I said, where is Summer? You better quit lying, because in the end, YouTube can't save you. Keep going live. Did you hear what I said? Keep going live with them lies. Honey, don't you know in the midnight hour, the reaper will knock on the door. He ain't gotta knock. He gonna come on in. Are you ready? Let me tell you, you ain't ready. That's all I want to say to you. And Mr. Donald Wells, stop preaching about Jesus when you know you don't really believe in him. Queen gonna tell you that he's able. Hallelujah. He's able. I'm gonna bring it to you right. I don't play with the good book. You better try to get it right, because in the midnight hour, YouTube can't save you. You better get on up and tell the truth. Save your soul, because God's a forgiving God. He's able. That's from the Queen. Now, on to the foolishness. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Y'all didn't know I could rock like that, did you? Yep, that was the Holy Spirit. Sometimes you got to give it up. This is Mr. AB.
Responding to the domestic, we've got them back on the phone. They called 911 again. Still an open line if you're arguing in the background. Subject's in the basement. I believe she's upstairs. Go ahead. Do you have an ETA? Also, he's downstairs and he's unaware that she's called.
Summer Wells reported her husband for a domestic assault. That's according to a report filed last week with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. The report shows officers were called to the Wells residence around 12:30 a.m. January 19th. Candus Bly allegedly told officers that she and Don Wells had been drinking alcohol and that he hit her, grabbed her by the throat, and pushed her against a wall. The report shows a different story from Wells, who claimed Bly had been drinking before he got home that night. He allegedly told police that while he and Bly did argue, he didn't touch her. The report states officers did not see any markings on Bly's neck. Neither parties were arrested, and both were referred to private prosecution. Meanwhile, the search continues for the couple's daughter, Summer Wells, who was reported missing in June of last year. Anyone with credible tips is asked to call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FIND. The mother...
Now, the question on everybody's mind and with regard to this is, did this legitimately happen? Since we know the history of Candus Wells and these phone calls, these little pranks that she likes to call on people. Abby Love said calling law enforcement with fake phone calls, especially repeated, is an abuse of law enforcement and of the dispatch system. That's nothing new to them. Playing games and taunting law enforcement and first responders when possibly someone else in dire need, plus selfishly using taxpayers' hard-earned money frivolously. They should arrest them and put a lien on their property and ball and chain them until the funds are repaid in full. Shining White Light responds, okay, there's something terribly wrong in this holler of horrors, and the law enforcement that isn't enforcing the endless probation violations of these two criminals. What is really going on here? Friends, let me know in the comments whether you think this is legit and what you think Candus should do about it. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on tonight on my live stream. Excuse me. If you're looking for herbs, our world famous moisturizing pain relief balm, or my now world famous chocolate chip cookies, please email me at stepbystepexploringvideos@gmail.com. Let me know in the comments below whether or not you think this is legit, what you think Candus Wells should do about it. It's hard to believe that if she's so concerned about her safety, that she's still living there at 110 Ben Hill Road.
That's Mr. AB. If you need verification for the information, he's going live a little bit later. For those who want to tune into the content, go into the said YouTube queue to log into Mr. AB's channel. Like, share, subscribe. Let's get the party started. Allegedly, some bikers are coming to Tennessee. I don't know if this is a good idea. I don't think it is, considering the mess that happened 2 times in Rogersville pertaining to some messy boots. Now you got people coming on bicycles, tricycles. Please leave it alone. Leave those people alone. You all have had 7 months to go to the holler and look for Summer Wells, talk to the family, talk to Pookie, Ray Ray, Bubba, Smoke Shop, New Shop, Old Shop, Macy's, Bloomingdale's. Come on, stop. Just stop. Stop it. I think at this point, a lot of people think this is a game, but it's not. There's somebody missing. And 9 times out of 10, she's not even alive. And you all are sitting here holding a poster up of a child on a bicycle, talking about trafficking in America. Yeah, we know we have trafficking, but at this point, we can't say verbatim that Summer Wells was trafficked. We cannot, because we don't have any proof. Only the family knows what happened to Summer Wells, and they're not talking. If you need verification for the information, I'm going to read to you WVLT 8 News. CBS is the source. Police. Candus Wells reports Don Wells for assault. When you listen to this information, I just brought you that AB played. The news reporter called Candus Summer. Very scary. That was very scary. All right, everybody. It goes like this. Candus Blythe, the mother of missing 5-year-old Summer Wells, told dispatch officials that Don had hit her, according to a police report obtained by WVLT News. Candus Wells reported Don Wells for domestic assault last week, according to a police report obtained by WVLT News at approximately 12:30 a.m. on Wednesday, January 19th. Officers dispatched to Ben Hill Road residence that Summer Wells disappeared from last June in reference to a 911 call from Candus. Candus told dispatch officials that Don had hit her on the call. The report stated, dispatch advised responding officers that the call had disconnected, but arguing was heard in the background. Once on the scene, Candus stated that Don grabbed her by the throat and pushed her against the wall 2 to 3 hours before calling 911. I repeat, once on the scene, Candus stated that Don grabbed her by the throat and pushed her against the wall 2 to 3 hours before calling 911. She also said she thought her thumb was broken after hitting it on the washing machine during the incident, the report stated. Ooh, Lord, I'm trying to act right. You all were fighting near the washing machine. So you have a washing machine but don't have a stove. Okay. Sorry about that. Candus told officers that she was afraid of her husband, officials said. Once officers spoke with Don, he said they had been arguing, but he denied ever touching Candus. Officers noted that both parents admitted they had been drinking, and Candus did not seem to fear Don in the presence of law enforcement. It was also noted that Candus reportedly used her left thumb to put her shoes on and again to flick her cigarette, the report stated. Are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? Let me repeat that again, because somebody in the back might have dozed off. It was also noted that Candus reportedly used her left thumb to put her shoes on and again to flick her cigarette, the report stated. Well, damn. Was Chris Madonna in the room? Shut up, Angela. She agreed to stay with her mother in the camper beside, oh, Lord, have mercy, I'm going to fall downstairs. Woo! Oh, the Christian side that left the building. Excuse my manners. She agreed to stay with her mother in the camper beside their Hawkins County home. Therefore, she went inside of the house to get some of her things. Lord have mercy. Somebody please hit the link later. I wasn't even going to drop it. She, Candus, spoke with Don, once again without any fear and acting like she was not afraid of him at this time, police officials stated on the report. Does this sound like a soap opera to you all? This don't really sound like no real police report. Somebody help me out, because this don't even sound right. Lord have mercy. You can't tell me the devil has not touched this telephone. Do you know this phone just jumped off the article? Okay. Yeah, buddy. The devil's in the room. The devil's in the room. My phone just clicked off the whole damn article. Okay, what's really going on? Wow. That's Thank you for the birthday wishes. Thank you, honey. I'm going to try to finish reading it. It's so winded. I thought it was done. This article is going on and on. You check it in the news break. The Queen has commented. If you want to see my comment, I commented on this news article. Okay, let's see. Okay. Oh, Lord have mercy. Basically, they're saying she spoke with Don once again without any fear and acting like she was not afraid of him at the time. Markings were not observed on Candus's neck, nor bruising or swelling on her thumb, according to the report. Hawkins County EMS Med 5 on the scene said her thumb appeared to be stubbed. Police officials, I don't know why this article won't stay up. Police officials referred both parties to private prosecution in order of protection, with the primary aggressor unknown. The daughter of Candus and Don Summerwell's 5-year-old girl at the center of an Amber Alert was captured, the attention of thousands across the nation. The timeline of her disappearance can be found here in the said article. That's the only information. This is a very telling article, because this article is basically, they're tattletelling finally on Candus. They're basically saying she didn't fear him. She put her shoe on with the same thumb that was allegedly injured. No markings on her body. Flicked a cigarette with the same thumb. Didn't seem to fear Mr. Wells. Took some things over to the camper. Are you kidding me? Candy, you went 30 feet to grandma's house. I'm dead. Oh, Lord have mercy. Hollerville Express. Can't make this stuff up. WVLT News 8 is the source. First source is by one of the messy boots on the ground with the audio of the biker saying that they are coming to Tennessee, whoever they are. The next source was Mr. A.B. playing the dispatch call and his commentary pertaining to this being a hoax by Candus, ? And number 3 is Channel 8 News out of Knoxville, Tennessee. What is the truth? Is this a hoax by Candus Bly? Is she trying to get rid of Donald Wells? The bomb is ticking down. In February, is it a possibility that he will go to jail for the DUI charge, plus the violation of the first charge from October 2020? Then we've got this long-winded Dear Jane John letter from the news to the public that she didn't have any bruising, scarring, just a stubbed thumb, that she seemed to work just fine smoking and putting on her shoe. She exited the building with said items to her grandmother's mother's camper 30 feet or so to the left, to the right of the building. Queens, please stop. Lord have mercy. These last $2 I'm not gonna lose. Meet me at the casino. Somebody give the queen $1. Go to the jukebox and the slot machine. Lord have mercy. Please, somebody help me. Where in God's name are these people from? When are you all going to give it up out there in the holler? Stop these games. Your child is missing, and this is all you all have to do. And now your little friends and associates have decided to join you with the he said and the she said. Welcome to Pookieville. See, Pookie can be white, Mexican, Jew, black, Arab. Don't get it twisted. Pookie has no religious domination or race. Pookie is what he is. An A1 clown. Thank you for joining me. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Lord Jesus, I don't know what to say. Oh, so she's staying in the camper with Candus. How's that working for you, Candus? I think you need to call Dr. Phil and have a long talk with him. He's good in the talking business, Dr. Phil. He's good at giving advice. I think you need to call him up. Or call Tyrone, tell him, come on, help you get your shit. Excuse me. Sorry for the wording. I apologize. Better call Tyrone. Tell him, come on and help you get your shit. I said that. You better go and call Erykah Badu. She got a song for you, Candus. It's a nice little song. Call Tyrone. That's who you need to call, because I know you know somebody out in Hollerville. Somebody similar to Tyrone, please call him. Tell him, come on, help you get your you know what, because it's time for you and Donna call it quits. Truth or not, you two don't belong together. It's time to separate. Time for somebody to get their Kroger bags and get on the Greyhound. Hit the link if you have an opinion pertaining to the bikers coming to aid in a search for Summer Wells and the latest development pertaining to the 911 call to a dispatch in Hawkins County pertaining to an assault by Donald Wells against a Miss Candus Bly. What is the truth? No evidence of bruising on the said person, which is Miss Bly. Two difference of opinions pertaining to what happened. So I guess they're ordering them to go get an order of protection, but that's what they said. Who is the aggressor? So how is that going to work out in a court of law for order of protection by either party? They like each other, so who's going to actually sign for the protective order? Who will be granted the protective order? Come on now. You didn't move off the property. You went just across the grass, the dirt, to a camper. Yeah, bad reality TV. Absolutely. Liz, now play nice. Thank you, Renee. Thank you for the birthday wishes, honey. Thank you all so much. Yes, 5 days till the birthday girl turns 51 on Saturday. Amen. Thank you all so much. Thank you for the birthday wishes and the donations to the channel. Amen. And birthday gifts. Amen. Thank you. Yes, 30 feet apart. I think I'm going to listen to that song by Avant called Separated. Some of you probably know that song. Candy, you need to turn on YouTube. See, you all don't use YouTube the way I use YouTube. You all use it to watch YouTube videos for foolishness. I watch it for decorating, songs to play, my playlist for my on my jukebox here, and I jam all damn night. I was jamming before I went live. That's how I rock. I don't give a damn about nobody's uploads. Y'all ain't about to steal my joy with no ghetto ratchet hillbilly foolishness. I don't have that kind of time. I'm trying to live. Queen about to hit the highway come Saturday or Friday. I'm out of here. Y'all can blow Hollerville up if you want to. That's your business. It don't concern me none. Yeah, I watch stimulating things on YouTube. I'm an HGTV fan. I'm a BBC fan. I watch a lot of documentaries. I watch a lot of true crime. I watch a lot of hoarders. I watch a lot of other stuff. Stimulating conversation that has nothing to do with a YouTuber. Amen. That's how I came to YouTube, was watching decorating shows and music videos, songs. I don't give a damn about no YouTuber. And especially when it comes to talking about a bunch of lies and stories, that's okay, I'll pass. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to the bikers coming to Tennessee and this 911 call. This is a part 2 extension of the live I did earlier. People didn't seem to want to be in tune to hitting the link. So I got this new information about the biker situation, plus reading the said article. Some of you may not have read the article. So I read the article inside of the said of this live so you can get a better understanding of what was said that happened to Miss Candus Bly. She hurt her thumb against a washing machine. So, Don, why didn't you just put her in the washing machine? How about that? I'm just wondering. Clean her up a little bit. That's a bad joke, but I'm just saying. Well, somebody needs some washing up there on that hill. Some spiritual washing. Because you all are, y'all got too much going on up there. And all these people jumping out of clown cars, Winnebagos, baby buses. Now we got a biker group coming, talking about shaking down somebody. Good luck with that. Because like I said, somebody's going to get hurt. Leave those people alone. You can't just show up at somebody's house talking about you're going to talk to them. About what? Don hasn't told anybody where the child is. Candus hasn't told anybody. So 100 people on bicycles is not going to make them talk. The only way they'll talk is if you kidnap them and take them somewhere far off and torture them. That might be the only time they'll talk. And then you'd have to film it. So there you have it. Hello.
Hey, Queen, how are you?
I'm fine. Where are you calling from?
West Tennessee. I'm on the other side of you.
Nashville?
No, a little bit more west.
Okay.
I'm right outside of Memphis.
Oh, my other home.
Oh, come on, girl. Look.
Yeah. I thought about it this weekend. I said, you know what? Maybe I should go to Memphis, either Memphis or Nashville.
Girl, Tunica is 40 minutes from us.
Huh?
Tunica?
Yeah. Yeah,
it's
black
only
folks.
like 40 minutes. Girl, honey, I'll go with you.
Honey, black folks love Tunica. Well, I'm not a gambler.
I love Tunica.
Yeah, so I'm not a gambler, so I wouldn't be any fun. So go ahead, tell me what you think about the bikers first.
Well, I think this whole biker thing, if they get 10 guys or girls or whatever to show up, it's gonna be a miracle. I think this is a bunch of bull crap. Okay. I think it's gonna turn into an S show, just like everything else did. I really do. Ain't 200 bikers gonna drive down to Tennessee. We got more than 200 bikers here. We don't need none from nowhere else. And I'm not speaking for you. I'm speaking for me only.
She said we already got some bikers down here, honey.
Hell, they are. I'm telling, and they don't care if it's raining, snowing, ice, black ice. They don't care.
No, she didn't say it's black ice. I'm dead, Satan. I'm dead. Somebody called me an ambulance.
I'm telling you, look, I'm a nurse. Those are donor cycles. That's all I got to say. But there's no way that hundreds of bikers are going to come to Tennessee, because they're going to call them bikers that are in Tennessee, and they're going to say, what the hell are you coming to my state for? And I'm going to say the same thing. I'm not talking for you, Queen. I'm talking for me. Everybody stay the hell out of my state. Stay the hell out. If it has to do with anything pertaining to this case, and that could be, Lord, I mean, any kind of, I can't even go there, but just stay home. Let the cops do their business. And I'm going to tell you something. My birthday, I busted out crying when I found out it was February 4th. You know what? That's my birthday.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what I'm praying for? My only birthday wish.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get her. And that whatever way God wants us to, that's what's going to happen. But everybody has got to stop. I'm going to tell you right now, we had a case in this city.
Watch the tone in the chat. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Everybody's entitled
I don't care.
To their opinion. No, I'm just saying.
But in my city, years and years ago, there was a woman convicted, never found the child, never found that child to this day. Never involved the Wolf River, never found that child. Look, God, dog. Look for years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that aunt, yeah, she was convicted. Okay, she was convicted on enough.
Mm-hmm.
Get that word, enough.
Enough. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Well, over the years,
Circumstantial evidence.
a lot of people have been falsely accused. A lot of people have been lied on in cases, and a lot of people have been brought up on less information and evidentiary material.
Exactly, and if they're going to, they have to look at from all aspects. Like if I had a brother-in-law that was a cop, but anyway, if they're going to look at it as like, okay, if we find Summer this, A, B, C, and D. If we don't, this is going to be our case. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all the way to Z, and then start on 1 to 100. Because that's how much it's going to take. So everybody, let them get enough circumstantial. I pray to God every morning and every night that this baby is found.
Yeah.
I do. And I think that she will be. Do I think it's going to be next week? I don't know. I don't know. But if people do not stop, I'm going to tell you what, some of these stupid YouTubers out here that have just made a channel for clicks and views to make money off this baby, God don't like ugly. He really don't. And all he has to do is wave his hand, and baby, he'll take everything from you. And you think money's your best friend? No, but your health is, and he'll take it all. So everybody just needs to stop, because you know what? If you keep on going, your, excuse my French, ass might find yourself in a Tennessee courtroom having to testify. So everybody just shut up.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other kids. Look at little Harmony.
Right.
Look at her. Good God. But we don't pay attention to H's dad? What in the hell?
Yeah.
I wouldn't spit on that man's. I wouldn't piss on his face if it was on fire. Who cares?
Yeah, she does have an interesting name. At first, I was kind of leery, like Rowena. I remember the Rowena name, but then it has Tiffany salad plate. Dang.
That's a joke. That's a joke.
Ooh, no. I don't even want to know what it means, Rowena.
No. It was just a phone call, and she was putting that salad kind of loud.
Yeah, dollar sign. I forgot to put that in her dollar sign. Yeah, look, I forgot to put my own dollar sign for the Cash App. I'm sorry, you guys. I'm in her conversation. I got distracted. Sorry about that, sweetheart. Go ahead, Rowena.
And I am gonna. Somebody broke into my bank today and got my bank card. God. So now I have 5 to 7 business days to get my new card. So you will get your birthday present from me in 5 to 7 business days.
That's fine. But, they'll take care of it. The banks will take care of that because they're strict.
Oh, they did. They sent me a text. They had tried today for $1.
Yeah, because somebody got in mine and ordered some stuff from Amazon from Washington State. How they got a hold of that, I do not know, because I only ordered something from Walmart back in the summer, and I never ordered online before. So somebody was like, well, that's how they get your information is through ordering stuff. Yeah. And I said, well, I've only ordered something one time, so I'm not ordering anything else online. I'm not doing that.
I have a medical condition, so I kind of get to go out and go to the doctor's offices, and then my big day is to go to Walgreens. Anyway, I get dressed up and put makeup on for that shopping trip. Anyway, so I order everything offline, so there's no challenge. I mean, but I'm just glad they caught it. So, but I will give you your birthday present in 5 to 7 days.
Don't worry about it, honey. Just thank you so much for being up here and speaking to us. We appreciate it.
Everybody just calm down. It's gonna be all right. Everybody just calm down. Ooh, just calm down.
Well,
and Queen, you need to have church.
Huh? Oh, just now.
You need to have some more church with every you day. My husband wonders, I
gave it to him, did I not?
You did. You robbed it. Look.
Wait a minute.
I
I
was
admitted that for a minute. I thought I was about to get the Holy Spirit. I said, let me get off this.
in my back. Look, if I hadn't had a sound block, I was gonna get up and woo, get up and do a dance.
They
I
tell
was
you,
listening.
you don't ever stop the spirit. You let the
You
spirit
don't.
move. You're not never
I'm
supposed to
telling
stop the
you.
spirit. Never supposed to stop it. Let it move. Let it move.
My husband always wonders who I'm listening to because I'll have you in my ear and I'll be putting on my makeup or something, and I'm like, yes, girl, yes. He's like, "Who
Like
you
you
listening
do.
to?"
Like who you talking to?
And then I
You
start
never had a
cussing. And he's like, I don't get the yes, Lord, and then the yeah.
say what?
But he don't get the yes, Lord, and then I'm saying all kinds of words about people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So does he
anyway.
ever listen? Does he ever listen to my content?
Oh yeah, I listen all the time. I
No,
listen
not
to
you,
that.
your husband. Your husband.
Oh no, he does. I told him he needs to. He doesn't. He needs
Oh.
to. He's so
Well,
good.
no, that's no big deal. I just didn't know if he listened to YouTube at all. Anything on
He
YouTube.
does, but he listens to stuff that's like I don't know, political and business and
Oh,
all
I
that. I
understand.
don't.
I understand.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But yeah, he
Ah,
thinks I'm having
Grammy says
church.
my husband asked me who is preaching.
He's preaching.
Don't y'all get me started. Don't let me get don't let
I'm
me
getting
let me
tired.
get sanctified up here. Lord, look, I ain't never spoken in tongues. I think
Look,
I'd scare myself if I would start speaking in tongues. Oh Lord. But look,
oh,
there's a
hey,
first
my
time
mama
for
does
everything.
that. Look, my mama does that now. Woo,
There's a first
Lord,
time for everything.
honey. Woo, I was a patient in the hospital. The next thing I knew, my mom was over there. I'm like, what in the hell's going on?
Oh,
But
yeah.
I didn't know
Well,
she did
she
that.
needs the
But
movement, but she needs the Holy Spirit. Both of them need it. Those people in
oh, they
Hollerville,
do.
some folks need to go to church. They need to lay their burdens down. They need to
They do.
go and lay their burdens down because this
I,
has to stop. What's going on pertaining to this baby? All these people
it
jumping
does.
out of clown cars. I mean, it's got to stop. It's out of control. I mean, you
It is.
have a lot of true crime stories every day, and you rarely hear all this type of foolishness pertaining to a missing and a dead person.
It's sad.
I've
I
heard
heard
some
that.
wild stuff now over
I
the
heard that.
years of people that's been murdered, all kinds of twists and
Mm-hmm.
turns, and suspects, and but jeepers creepers, this is
But I'm
bad.
telling you what, I think they're going to open up Rose's case. I think they're going to bust that open
It's still
too.
open, baby. It's still open. It's never closed.
But I mean, you know what I mean? Like they're going to, you know, get into it. You know, mama's daughter and mama's granddaughter. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're gonna be looking pretty hard at Grandis. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, but
I just got a
anyway,
notification a little while ago about a fugitive that's from Tennessee. I'm going to read this to you right quick. I'll read
oh
this to the
Lord,
chat. WATE News is the source. I don't know what it's about, but I'm just going to read it anyway. It says a Tennessee most wanted fugitive who had been on the run since July 2021 after escaping from an East Tennessee jail has been found dead in Mexico, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation said. Charles Kennedy, 35, he is white, more than 2,000 miles away from Frentress County in Iguala Guerrero in Mexico. That's about 3 hours southwest of Mexico City. He had been wanted out of Frentress County with fellow inmate Casey Rittner. The two inmates were last seen last July on Tinchtown Road near the Highland Manor Winery after escaping from the Fentress County Sheriff's Department. Officials said Kennedy and Rittner took a correctional officer's car driving at speeds of 130 miles per hour before stopping at the end of Del Street in Jamestown to run on foot. Rittner was captured the next day while Kennedy remained at large. Kennedy was then added to the TPI's Tennessee Top 10 Most Wanted list at the request of the Fentress County Sheriff. The criteria for a fugitive to be added to the list includes the crime must have been committed in Tennessee, and the crime committed must be a violent felony and or major drug trafficking crime, Class A felony, and the perpetrator must have been identified, and a warrant must be on file for the perpetrator's arrest, or the perpetrator has escaped from a Tennessee jail or detention facility, or the perpetrator must have escaped from the Tennessee Department of Correction. The director or his designee must approve the addition of the fugitive to the top 10 most wanted list. TBI said they received information last November that Kennedy may be deceased, but were unable to confirm until last week. As of January 24th, how Kennedy made it to Mexico and what caused his death are not known. Wow, that's deep, is it not? Now let me read the person's comment. Oh, somebody says Mexican Zetas victim. I don't know what that means. That's wicked. Rowena?
Well, at least I ain't for trial.
Yeah, you got.
At least we don't have to.
Yeah, but the point is, how did he end up? How did he get? Listen, how did he get to Mexico? Yeah, take your earbuds off, honey.
Okay. Hold on.
You're having problems. Hello? Hello?
Hold on.
You're on. Rowena.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Ooh, I'm breaking up. I'll try. I'll hop out.
Okay.
Else come up.
That's fine. Well, anyway, I think that's very interesting information. But I'm wondering what happened to him. I wonder how did he get to
your
Mexico?
channel. I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sweetie.
Be safe.
Okay,
be good.
You too.
Be good to each other.
Okay, honey.
Bye.
Thank you so many, dear. So much, honey. Thank you, honey. All right. That's Rowena from West Tennessee. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to alleged bikers coming to Tennessee in search for Summer Wells and the 911 dispatch call to Hawkins County Sheriff's Department pertaining to an assault on Candus Bly from Donald Wells. Is this a hoax? Is this a ruse? How did she call? Why did she wait hours to call? That's question number one. Is it factual? 2, why did you wait so long, Candus? The report says you waited 2 to 3 hours. So are you lying on Donald Wells? And if so, why? Are you trying to get your husband put away deliberately? The report says there were no visible marks on you. What's the truth? Very strange. Or not strange, predictable. You all like playing on cell phones. Are you now playing a dirty game with your mate? What's the truth? You trying to take down Donald Wells. Very, very sad. The situation of your child missing is bad enough. And now you all are still playing Game of Thrones out there in Hollerville. When are you all going to turn it over? I don't know what's going on. Hello, T. How you doing? Thank you all, mods on deck. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the donation, super chats. Amen. Thank you all so much. 2:30 viewing. Lisa says, I feel like she made it up. Maybe. Maybe she did make it up. Where I find the problem, 2 to 3 hours, she makes a call. Why did you wait so long? The officer said she had no marks and she didn't seem to be afraid of Donald Wells in their presence. She also used the same thumb that she said she hurt or broke, putting on her shoe and flicking a cigarette. But they did look at the thumb, EMS, and it was stubbed, it looked like. So maybe she was pushed or something and stubbed her thumb by Donald Wells. Are there visible marks on the wall where he allegedly pushed her? You didn't say anything about that in this report. They said she removed things from her house and took them over to her mother's camper, which we believe to be only 30 feet or so from the main house. So why not just get off the property altogether? You and Candus. Don't you think it's time for you all to make a move? Don't you think it's time for you to make a move? You or Don. Why are you all waiting on the other one to make a move? Make it on your own. Get up and walk out. Just get up. Get your Kroger bag and get on up. Get out of Dodge. You all have played numerous games with cell phones over the past couple of months involving law officials, tubers. You all have no credibility so long as your mouths are moving. Thank you, Brittany. It's just sickening. So I'm trying to figure out, why did Candus come back? Why are you still there, Candus, whatever. I call her Candy. Why are you still there? You and Donald don't have anything at this point. There's no relationship. There's no trust. There's no loyalty. There's no camaraderie. There's no intimacy. There's no nothing. There can't be. Because anybody can have sex. You can have sex with anybody. Pick up a stranger, have sex. But there's no intimacy. There's no love there. Can't be. How in God's name could it be? Because there's no respect. Can't say you love somebody and you put your hands on them. Beat your kids, cruel to your kids, hurt your kids, harm your kids, kill your kids. It's all the same to me. This is a very vicious tale of two people that refuse to fold. Sickening. Well, she needs to leave. She has her mother. She has support. Her and her mother can go somewhere right now and get a place. Candus can live anywhere in the United States. She's an elderly person. 9 times out of 10, she's disabled. She draws SSI. She doesn't work. She can go in any of these jurisdictions and get a place and that goes by her income at 30% and live in a decent place. So Candus chooses to live in that camper. She does not have to live like that. She can go out here right now and find a decent apartment, studio for the elderly and live a decent, comfortable life. That's a fucking choice. Same thing with Candus. If she draws SSI, she can go find a place as well that will give her a place to live at 30% as well. So all these people are choosing to live like this. There's just no excuse for how these people are living. All this goofing around, playing these mind games with one another. And we're talking about also a child missing and 3 other children now out of their care. The reindeer game needs to stop. Because now we're talking about a whole baby. This is what's so sick. These people were rearing children, behaving like buffoons. Now they have no children and they still can't get it right. It's just sickening. Okay, Patty. Jesus. What are you all talking about, $110,000? Lord have mercy. Y'all listen to anything people tell you. Bring a receipt. You want to repeat something? Bring a receipt. I don't know what you're talking about. Everything's a choice. If she wanted to leave, she could gladly get in a vehicle and leave. That's the bottom line. She has access to the Subaru, get in it and drive off. It's only a matter of time somebody's going to get hurt. Thank you for joining me. Should there be a new search by some bikers? Where are you going to look? You don't know the area. Where are you going to look? It's wintertime. It's cold. You have no idea where she is. Naturally, she would not be whole if she's deceased. Then you have to count the remains being ravaged by wild animals, birds. Come on, stay woke. What is the point to this? Very funny. I feel like I'm in a toxic relationship with them. That's funny, Tracy. Very funny. Well, eventually this toxic relationship is going to end. It's going to have an ending. And there will be a day when nobody will be talking about Don and Candus, Candus, Allie, Boy H, none of these people. It will be a distant memory. Just like all the other stories you hear on social media, the news, eventually you forget all about the people. You forget all about what happened in the storyline, who said what, who shot JR, who shot Sue Ellen. It won't mean a thing. They will be put on the back burner. That's the bottom line. It happens every day with true crime stories, scenarios. One day you're talking about a crime. The next day, you're not talking about it anymore. You're not researching. You're not looking for information. You don't hear anything about it on the news because there's always another story to ante up the last story. That's how it is. Well, somebody says they'd rather have the bikers than the heifers who went out there disrespecting Tennesseans. Well, Nino, they're talking about talking to them too. So how's the result going to be different than the heifers that were there? You think God is going to appreciate people coming, trying to talk to him? He didn't ask them to come. He didn't send for them. It's not going to fare well. You can't just walk up on somebody's property saying, I want to talk to you about your daughter. It doesn't work like that. Thank you, Patty. Hello, whodunit? How you doing? I don't know anything about it, Carrie. Yeah, things change. Stories happen every day. Somebody gets hurt. Somebody goes missing every day. Somebody robs the bank. Somebody got caught with drugs. Somebody stabbed somebody, shot somebody, murdered somebody, serial killer, this and that, child hurt. There's a story every 5 minutes about somebody in America, abroad. Stories that don't even make national news. People get murdered, hurt every day. There are people right now, as I said, in the United States, the world, do not even know Summer is missing. So that's the point. There are too many stories out here where people are suffering. She is not the only child missing. She's not the only child with ignorant parents. Ignorant associates jumping out of clown cars, wanting to be seen and heard on social media. This case is not the only one. Tons of them out there. Yes, it's a very dark world. My birthday is Saturday, yes. January 29th, Queen will be 51. I need to remember not to follow them so close. Follow who, Sandy? Who are you speaking of? Hello, how are you? Yes, a lot of people have prayed. Who done it? Too many clowns living in my head rent free. Yes. And some of the clowns that's been in my head of late have nothing to do with Hollerville. They're more up this way. But I'm doing my best to get them out of my head because they're irrelevant. They're non-relevant, non-MF factors. And that's what you have to tell yourself about people. Patty, it's a figure of speech. Let me explain this to you all because you all are wearing me down with this searching around the house. That is what cadaver dogs and search dogs are for, are to pick up the scent of a living human, a deceased human. That is their job. The dogs are trained. If the parents gave the dog something of Summer Wells, a shirt, pants, hairbrush, the dog is trained to pick up the scent. It's not saying they can't make mistakes, but they would have found her if she's on the property. Only a fool would leave the child on the property, knowing you're going to have the people come there in search. Makes no sense. The only time you bury people on the property is if you don't call 911. You can't call 911 saying somebody's missing and the person lives there, you should know they're going to bring cadaver dogs and search dogs. Makes no sense. Hit the link if you have something you want to say about the bikers and this 911 call to dispatch. Is it a hoax? Is this Candy doing stuff for attention or a way to get rid of Donald Wells? She's trying to get rid of him so she and Candus, Candy, whomever, can take over 110 Ben Circle. Have access to all the vehicles, the land, the house. Sell it, keep it moving, whatsoever. Who knows? This may be a greater scheme, greater plan to bring down Donald Wells, get rid of everything. She is the wife. Anything happens to Donald Wells, everything goes to Candus, unless Mr. Wells has put things in somebody else's name. Stay woke. Well, Tracy, you can't stay together if one of you is locked up or dead. Try again. Yeah, well, the children were buried in another person's yard in another town. That's different. Those weren't his children, so she knew to have the children buried there because she didn't think nobody would look over there where he lived. I'm talking about burying people where you stay with the children and people. People know not to do that if you're going to call 911. Hello, darling. Yes, but they are married. Exactly. And in the end, somebody has to pay for the bills at the house, no matter whose name is on a title. The bills have to be paid regardless of who owns the house. You have to keep electric on. The house is not going to power itself. Oh, Lordy. 1 minute. Yeah, what a mess. 1 second. Trying to pull up this information. This thing will not, I don't know what's going on. I'm tired of dealing with electronics. 2 minutes from forfeiting all this junk. This is by AB.
Units responding to the domestic. We've got them back on the phone. They called 911 again. Still an open line. If you're arguing in the background. Subject's in the basement. I believe she's upstairs. Do you have an ETA? Also, he's downstairs and he's unaware that she's called.
reported her husband for a domestic assault. That's according to a report filed last week with the Hawkins County Sheriff's Office. The report shows officers were called to the Wells residence around 12:30 a.m. January 19th. Candus Bly allegedly told officers that she and Don Wells had been drinking alcohol and that he hit her, grabbed her by the throat, and pushed her against a wall. The report shows a different story from Wells, who claimed Bly had been drinking before he got home that night. He allegedly told police that while he and Bly did argue, he didn't touch her. The report states officers did not see any markings on Bly's neck. Neither parties were arrested, and both were referred to private prosecution. Meanwhile, the search continues for the couple's daughter, Summer Wells, who was reported missing in June of last year. Anyone with credible tips is asked to call the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation at 1-800-TBI-FIND. The mother...
All right, everybody, that's that information by Mr. A.B. I just played that first part pertaining to the 911. You wanted to hear that. So there you have it. What's this information in the chat about Jody Sue gave information? Wrong information. Wrong information about what? Well, that's what I was saying about Hawkins County. Maybe they don't want to arrest anybody. You see, they didn't arrest anybody in this January 19th incident. They don't even know who the aggressor is. Ocean, hit the link. I mean, just hit the link. If you have something you want to say. Because we don't know what you're talking about. So I don't know. I can't give any commentary on what you're saying. If you have something you want to add to the story of the bikers coming to Tennessee and this 911 call to the dispatch pertaining to an alleged assault by Don Wells against Candus Bly, hit the link. Or I will end the live stream. I've said everything I need to say. Because there's not really much else to say. It's the same shit. You're just repeating the same thing over and over. Same utter nonsense. Nothing ever changes with these people. Can't win. I've just had enough. It's like, give it a rest already. Yeah, you just also, that's all people can talk about right now pertaining to the storyline is what happened from day one up until just June 15th. That's all people can talk about. Dissecting and chopping up old information, bringing up things they haven't seen, such as Evil Exists showed the clothes rack with the child's clothes on the rack shortly after. And then with the Chris Madonna interview, you go back, allegedly the clothes have been moved. So his video is about where did the clothes go. You're not going to get the truth where the clothes went. They're never going to tell you where they put her clothes. They tell you anything. Oh, we put them in a tin, put them in a tub. You're never going to get the truth. Thank you, Chattanooga. I plan on seeing you this weekend, Chattanooga. That's my destination for this weekend. Chat Town. I don't think they just started playing these games after Summer went missing. Can you imagine? Well, that's my commentary from earlier. That they've been living like this. They've been playing mind games, Game of Thrones. They've been speed dialing, drunk dialing people, making up stuff to a 15-year-old about the child missing, children missing. That's what I keep trying to tell everybody. This has been going on between the Wells and outside participants playing on the cell phone. They like phone games. They're children. They're just big ass, goofy ass adults that don't have a life, nothing to do. It's just ridiculous. I don't know what you're talking about, River Queen. Okay. Yes, thank you, honey. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Rowena, probably not. Well, thank you, Dolly, for the compliments. I just give my opinion. I just don't beat around the bush with stuff. I don't have that kind of time. To me, that's a waste of going live and making videos. You're just going to talk around in circles. It's a waste. As sick of it as I am, I still can't get enough of it. I cling to every bit of info, hoping for the day they find her and they get the scumbags who did this. Okay. Well, that's all we can do is pray. Set the truth will be revealed. Sadly, we are in a new year, approaching a new month. We are already out of a new month into a new year. It is almost February and nothing. Lord, bro, what is it? Jesus. Did you forget something, dear?
I did. I wanted to ask you if I could give you like my medical reasons why I think Candus is the way Candus is. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
You getting ready to psychoanalyze her?
No, not at all. No diagnosis, no nothing.
Well, I don't understand what you're saying then.
Okay. Everybody. Okay, your brain, I'm a nurse. Everybody, your brain does not completely mature until you're 25 to 27 years old. Okay? If you become addicted, I'm not talking about casual, I'm talking about physically addicted to a drug, okay? Whatever age, whether it be 15, 17, 22, whatever, your brain actually stops developing at that age. Now, I'm not saying that, she can't drive a car and things like that. But if you look at a brain and it kind of looks all curvy and kind of wormy and all those little valleys and peaks in it, if you look at a brain of a 25-year-old that passed away accidentally, whatever, and then you look at a brain of an addict that started using at 15, you will see that their brain is more smooth. Okay. So on the reason for all those hills and valleys, those are all receptor sites. Those are all things that it's kind of like your filing cabinet. Okay. So I'm not saying this is true. I don't know. But let's say that Candus started using at 15 or 16. Okay. We know she was with the carnival group and all this. Okay. That might explain. Everybody's like, oh, she's such a good mother. She took them on trips. Okay. But a good mother would say, hi, you need to go clean your bedroom, put your dirty clothes here, go brush your teeth. Let's get the dishes done, then we'll go.
Okay.
She's like a 15-year-old. Like, seriously, ask a 15-year-old, do you want to go swimming? Yeah. You want to do this? Yeah. If you've seen the dashboard, I saw one video, and it was like them taking a trip with the kids. Dawn wasn't there. It was Allie.
Okay.
But the dashboard was covered in stuffed animals, little stuffed animals, like Beanie Babies. And I thought, what wrong woman?
Yeah. You see that a lot, though. But you see a lot of. I don't mean to interrupt you, but
no, you're fine.
You do see a lot of adults, mainly women, who keep that type of keep those type of items around in their house. I've been to many women's homes, white and black, who collect dolls, stuffed animals, Barbie dolls, animated figures. I'm not into any of that. I stopped playing with dolls a long time ago. And even when I was about 16 years old, a Caucasian lady bought me a very beautiful black porcelain doll. I mean, she was lifelike. Naturally, I accepted the doll because it was a gift, but I didn't play with dolls. I don't know why the woman bought me this doll, but that was her gift to me. I received the gift, and I did keep that doll up until being an adult. But I have no use for dolls. I don't want a doll around this place. I don't want to look at a doll. I don't want to look at anything that could possibly get the fuck up and start walking and talking.
Amen, girl.
It's my language. But I watch a lot of scary movies, so that's what I think of when I look at dolls. I don't want to turn the corner in the dark and see a doll sitting in the corner, and then when I come back around from the refrigerator, she ain't sitting up there
with a little knife.
You know, not being funny, but you understand what I'm saying. I'm not into toys. I'm just not into toys, period. I'll play old games that we all have played, such as Connect 4, Uno. I mean, I thought about buying Uno cards the other night when I was in Walmart. I thought, you know what, you should buy you some Uno cards because that's just a good card game to have around. You have company, you want to play a nice game of Uno or Connect 4. I think those are decent, civilized games that grown-ups can play, not just for children. But I don't want Chutes and Ladders, baby dolls, Cabbage Patch dolls. I don't have any use for that. But there are some adults who are into still collecting childlike figurines and stuff.
Yes. And when I was doing home health nursing, I saw a lot of that too, where there was a collection of just of Beanie Babies. Just
I remember those
30 years ago. You know?
I remember those.
And the dolls and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But just her actions, just the looking at your child and saying that your child's face needs to be washed.
Okay.
That's not a difficult thing.
Yeah.
Looking at your child and saying that your child's hair needs to be brushed. That's not a difficult thing.
But see, you have to care about yourself. See, that's what people don't seem to understand about keeping up appearances. If I don't care about myself, I am not going to do the same for my child. I'm not going to do the same for my dog, my cat. I don't take a bath. Why would I bathe the dog? Why would I bathe the cat?
Right.
I don't go to the doctor. Why am I going to take the cat, dog to the vet? It's all the same. Children, same thing. I don't comb my hair. I'm not going to comb her hair, his hair. I'm not going to take him to the barber, get his first haircut. What do I care? I don't care about myself.
But I do think, they said that they, they cut Summer's hair and, all that. We know all that. There's one picture, and it looks like somebody took a straight razor to her head.
Yeah, I remember that.
There wasn't, to me.
And she didn't do that.
Sorry,
and she didn't. And she didn't do that.
That is a sign of abuse and humiliation to that child.
Well, have you seen that before to make that claim?
Pardon me?
Have you seen that before to make that claim is what I'm asking.
As far as having their head shaved, no, I have not.
Okay, so I'm just asking you, why do you feel that way? That's all I'm asking.
Because they talked about she wanted to be a princess. Elsa was her favorite. She loved to swing. She loved to twirl. And yes, she was an outside girl too. There's one picture of her in Grandis's camper with a doll. She's so excited. I mean, I don't know. I don't have proof of that. I don't have a receipt, but I don't know. The look in her eyes, I just can't imagine. I just can't. And I think that there was jealousy. I do. And but
okay, but listen here. Listen. But listen, I asked you about the hair shaving. So you feel like she did it to him. That's just your personal opinion. That's what you're saying.
Right. I've never seen personally a person do that to another child. I have seen other things that have been done to children for pure humiliation.
Such as?
Making them sleep under their bed, just on garbage.
Okay, interesting.
I have seen children that were not watched because mom that was pregnant, that I was going out to see for her high-risk pregnancy, and there was bite marks on her child from her dog. I knelt down to hook up her equipment, and dog pee. I knelt down and dog pee. She refused to wear undergarments. It was very strange. It was very, very strange. And and DCS, I'm telling you, and I also used to work in the NICU, okay? And that's the newborn ICU. And we had a baby that DCS said baby could go home. I said, nope. I said, I'm not signing the papers. I'm not doing it. I called my charge nurse. I said, I'm not doing it. I'm not. I refuse. This baby does not need to go home with these people. I'm telling you, this is what I've seen. This is what I've charted. Apparently, they're not listening, or they don't care. I know you're overworked, but this is a child. This is not a piece of paper and you to stamp. I will not sign any discharge papers. Well, they got another nurse to do it. Guess what? 2 weeks later, that sweet baby was brought into our ER. And the mom had put that baby in a bath of hot water and burned it from right below her little nipple line down. So I have just some personal feelings. But I think that if our government would start paying and educating, making sure these workers are educating and paying and hiring good.
I think a lot of things could stop if whatever type of aid you receive from the state, be it medical, cash, or food stamps, which is soever it is, because naturally people keep going on and on about cash money. They don't give you cash money long-winded anymore. So people need to understand that and stop saying that because it's not true. But anything else you're receiving from the state for duration of the custody of the child, I think they need to mandate you bring your child in to verify that they can see that the child is well, and make sure that there's a nurse on hand to be see the child in a separate room when you come to like recertify for things, or just have a one-time visit every 6 months or so to bring the children in to make sure that the children are living, still in your custody, and that they are well taken care of as far as their hair, their clothing, body odors, no type of scarring, bruising. And that can prove all that. That you're following up with doctor's appointments. And that's another thing. They should have a special database to show if you are getting the children immunized and also taking them to their set appointments and doctors. See, once you have your child, you're free to do whatever you want with your damn kid. And that's the thing. And that is your choice, how you want to raise them, religion, or who you want to let them stay with, or all that. But this is the reason why the children slip between the cracks, is because there's no supervision over people with their children. It's, we don't want this to become like third world countries in Russia, where somebody is, mandating how you raise your kid, how you talk to your kid, this and that. But this is why a lot of kids are missing. It's because the people get them gone and there's nobody to inquire about the kids. Somebody might come along and say, well, I ain't seen your kid, blah, blah, blah. And then they just make up some wild ass story. Oh, he's with the daddies, with the aunties, with my mom, he's with the granddaddy, whatever. And people stop asking after a while.
Or like what Candus did, well, this is what we've heard, but that she would go in the house and lock the door and not come to it. I can totally see that. Heard it. It's not.
Yeah, but that's when you go get a warrant, because anybody should be suspicious if I've sent you notifications and by phone for you to contact me, email, whatever. After the second try, you do not answer your phone, mail, I'm coming with the sheriff. That should be the bottom line, especially if there is an open investigation or call about any type of improprieties alleged against the said persons with the children. Take the sheriff and put an end to it. See, a lot of things can be avoided, but obviously they don't have workers to go out to these places to do the checks and the balances or whatever. But that's not our fault, and we don't have anything to do with that. That's a state's problem. But why don't you give initiatives for people? Pay them. Hey, you can't expect people to do stuff for free.
And teachers.
But whatever.
Get on that.
It's all the same. State workers, teachers, police officers. You can't expect people to go out here and do these type of jobs, and you don't want to pay them. They go to school, they pay for school loans to major in these fields, and then they come out. They don't even have a way to pay the damn money back. And I don't think anybody should pay money for school loans. Then can't even work a decent salary to take care of themselves. It's a waste of time. That's why nobody wants to be a teacher or a social worker, because they don't pay you anything. And I get that.
One thing I don't understand is if I'm driving and a police officer runs my tag, okay, he can see all the stuff about me, okay. Why can't every state, not just the state of Tennessee, but every state, why can't something come up with to where DCS or whatever you call it in your state, DCS and the police have a open communication?
Well, it's called a database. They should.
If you can run plates on a car and find out about me or whatever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, every organization has its own database. The bank has a database to know if you've been committing fraud in other banks. They already have a database. The law officials have a database from county to county. If you've committed a crime, you're on probation, all that should be in the database. But sometimes it's not. Because a man who killed a woman in Roane County many years ago, he threw her out on the side of the road, dumped her. A few years ago, he caught a DUI in Chattanooga. Well, he bonded right on out, but he shouldn't have bonded out because he was out on some type of pretrial release for murder. So, see, all the dots are not connected all the time.
I know.
Let me tell you something I've noticed here lately. And this is 2 times going out to the stores. Last week, I was in another town at the Walmart. I was very pissed off. Get out the car. It's cold as hell. And this woman, one white woman's walking with a mixed kid, girl child, in just regular sportswear, no jacket, no coat. Then another crazy lady, she's white. She's got this kid outside, a little baby, with no damn coat on. It's cold as hell, no coat. Then I go to the Dollar Tree, night before last. Oh man, this shit is real pissing me off. A 12-year-old is ringing up my stuff.
The what?
She got her daughter ringing up my stuff, and she's had her other daughter running around the store. And she's running around, mopping, sweeping. This other young guy, he's working the register 1. Register 2 is a 12-year-old ringing up my stuff. So I asked the kid, because I could. I said, how old are you? 12. I said, yeah, you're a small 12-year-old. What the fuck is going on with this damn lady? I know there are people out here not wanting to work. I know nobody wants to work at the Dollar Tree, the Dollar General. I get it. But that is no reason for you to bring your 2 little girls to work with you. You need to find a babysitter or re-examine your setup at your household.
Exactly.
Because I understand you want to leave these young girls alone. I know she don't want to leave the girls alone. I get it. But that's still not the place for the children to be in the store with you all day, because you can't watch them And do you know I sat in my car night before last watching her sit outside on a smoke break while the 12-year-old's behind the register. I just sat in the car and just watched.
Lord have mercy. Say,
But they don't know. They don't know the queen because they don't know how I rock. I've already tried calling. I'm going to report all of them because today I go back to the same store to get some containers, and the guy is crocheting in the same register. Come again? What the hell are you doing crocheting? Now you're a grown up, talking. Two people are in the line after the lady you're talking to. She's showing you how to stitch and all that. This ain't the time for that. And he had the nerve, after she walks off, he still had the nerve to pick up the damn ball of yarn, the thing he was knitting, and still start stitching the damn thing. And I was like, don't you see there's somebody in the line?
Lord, say,
it don't matter. I'm telling you.
Unless you're stitching that baby a coat.
When morning comes, I'm calling headquarters in Virginia. And I'm getting ready to tell them about those kids in the store. And I'm getting ready to tell them about old boy crocheting in the damn line. This is inappropriate behavior for a retail store.
It is. And I, like pre-beer virus, okay? It was like everybody was working.
Jesus, what is wrong?
Worked, at home. And now nobody wants to go work.
And well, I know they don't, but see, that's the point. You can't get mad at people because they don't want to do that kind of work. I can't tell somebody that they should work at Dollar Tree or Dollar General.
Like at one of a very popular, very, very good restaurant here in this city, friends of ours from Ohio come in town. We went to go take them there. We walk up, the doors are open, there's a table. They're only doing to-go orders because they don't have enough waitress staff.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. People are not putting up with stuff anymore. A lot of people want to say that people don't want to work. It ain't that everybody don't want to work. It's just that people realize when they got their COVID checks, not the COVID, the stimulus checks, they realize, hell, I've been doing shit for nothing. I've been sitting here doing 5-6 different positions for $7 and a quarter, $7.35.
Yeah.
I can't pay my bills. I can't buy nothing. I can't do anything. They got comfortable. I know people who work for the government who got comfortable. Look, I know people who work for the government. They got comfortable and they worked every day, $50-some thousand working for the government, and they got used to sitting at home, working from a computer and not doing anything. It was the same game. They just made more money, had a cushy life with benefits and all that, medical, 401. They have to do nothing for months. Months. While these other people had real jobs where they're standing on their feet, pushing stuff, bending down on their knees. I think a lot of people really don't realize what it's like. I don't care if you're 25, if you're 35. Imagine 30, 40 years bending down on your knees every day, stocking shelves.
Honey, I worked at Woolworths.
Reaching at the top of the shelf. You're 5 feet tall. You're standing on ladders, doing this, doing that. You do that same kind of work 30, 40 years, that shit's going to get old and it's going to affect your health. But people don't realize that when they don't do that kind of work. It's like, well, they're lazy. They don't want to do nothing. Well, there are some people that are lazy. But then there are some other people who work hard at their job, but they don't want to do that anymore. They want to make decent money to take care of themselves. And you cannot have a prosperous life with $7, $8 an hour. You're going to be broke.
They need to raise the
minimum wage.
Look, 3 miles from my house, there's a Popeye's Chicken. They are paying $20 an hour. They got cars lined up through the parking lot, out and down the street. Okay. Right across the street, McDonald's, they're paying $18 an hour.
Yes.
And that's look, I worked fast food when I was 16 years old. I worked at Woolworths. Now, if that don't tell you how old I am, I don't know what does.
Yeah.
But I was one of those ones that during the Cabbage Patch craze, to where people just about trampled me trying to get in and get these dolls and stuff. It was crazy. And I worked my tail off.
Yeah.
And
but
my
think
mom
about
couldn't
people
understand. She was like, well, you don't have a corporate job like me. Why are you tired? I said, really? I said, because maybe I stocked a whole toy department
I mean, everybody's job can be
swept up
stressful. I
underneath
don't care what
everything.
kind of job you have. A lot of jobs are stressful depending on the work itself. If it's mind work, if it's computer work, if it's staring at a computer screen all day, putting in information, tallying up numbers, that can be very daunting. Sitting in the same spot for 8 hours straight, you're not stretching your legs, you're not, poor circulation. That's not good. You're advised to get up, walk around. That's why you're supposed to have a lot of breaks on a job. But the point is this: when you work mediocre work, you usually do 5 or 6 different tasks that require moving around. All I'm saying is it gets old, it gets daunting, it takes a toll on your body.
It does. And
people are usually just not treated well in restaurant retail work. Every time I've done it previously, there's always a head knocker that wants to be in control of the situation, always want to throw their weight around. And that's the reason why when you go in stores, you don't see people working there long, because nobody wants to get up and go to work and listen to somebody bitch and moan and complain as soon as they walk in the door. I've worked in many places where the people don't even let you get your foot in the door. They're already bitching, kind of like you do. You're bitching before the light comes on.
Yep.
You haven't even let the people go take a pee. You're complaining about something. Nobody wants to work around people like that.
I know. And I don't know. I mean, that's why it's like when I do get my every 2 weeks escape to Walgreens, pick up medicine. Mary works in cosmetics, I know, it's like I do the surveys. Those mean something to people. Who did I have to call the other day? Some customer service. Anyway. And I, asked for her name, and then I asked for her boss's name, and I said, do y'all ever do surveys where I can tell them? And she said, well, I can connect you. And she was shocked. And I said, well, everybody gripes, but very few people will say, thank you. You did an amazing job helping me. So many things just need, they just got to change. And it's got to come from the top all the way down. They've got to change things to where people can live, can survive, can.
But that's the whole point. You got to understand there's a pay grade for the work out here, because you got to count the kind of business it is, such as like with the Dollar Tree dollar stores. The prices are ranging from $1 up into $5-6, all the way up to $15, just depending on what the item is. They can't pay you $30 an hour in a store where things cost $3. It's just common sense. It's not like a corporation. You're not sitting at a desk tallying up numbers in your head where you can command $30 an hour sitting behind a computer desk. It's totally different. Now, I've heard of people making quite a bit of money now at McDonald's. Yeah, because there's nobody in there working. So I can pay one person $13 an hour if he's been there a couple of years, because he's earned his pay to get the $13 an hour.
But he's going to be busting it too.
Yeah, he is.
And they working for 3 people, because
that's the gist of it.
2 others should be with him. And that's the point. Bad part.
You can't make 2 others go to the job.
I know. So it's just we should not have. And I did home health, we should not have the poverty that we have in this country. We should not have.
But we do have it. I've asked somebody that the other day, why is it different in places like Canada and the UK and France? I don't really understand why. These people live better than us. They have better health care. I had to need somebody to explain it to me thoroughly, because I don't know the logistics of how other governments are ran. But I just think it's sad how people live. This is why I kept explaining to people about East Tennessee. There are many people who still don't have high-paying jobs, and they're barely getting by. But, they have a car, because a lot of people now do have better cars than they did 20, 30 years ago. They still live in, regular housing, regular apartments, regular rental houses, and or subsidized housing. And I always tell people, you can't judge people because they live in public housing or subsidized housing. They don't make anything. So you don't have the right to judge somebody and say, they should be in a better house. Well, if they don't have the skill set to go out here and get a job making $30, $40 an hour, how the hell are they going to live in a place that's not subsidized or a cheaper rent? You got to think before you speak. There are just some people that can't make it. They cannot work being a nurse, a doctor, lawyer, engineer. They don't have the mindset. So you can't judge somebody that's not that smart to be a doctor or a lawyer. The world isn't designed that way, that everybody's going to be a Rhodes Scholar.
I met so many, and my patients were all women because they were all pregnant. But I met so many fabulous, wonderful, smart, giving women that were stuck because they were pregnant with their third child.
Mm-hmm.
There was no, they're living with mom. Okay. Mom's helping take care of those three because number 4 is a high risk pregnancy that I'm having to go out every week and start IVs on her and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's caught in this cycle to where it's like, like after you have a baby, like I was a case manager. Look, you get a crit from the state of Tennessee. Let me tell you, they'll give you a free breast pump. Go on eBay and look. They sell them after they get them. Whatever. I don't care. They get free pack and play, formula, dental care, health care. There's a lot that they do get from the state, okay, for the children. For you to take a child to the doctor, to the dentist, to get glasses, there is money there. All you got to do is ask for it.
Mm-hmm.
There's money. There's even formula money. Tons of it.
But I'm talking about a skill set right now. I'm talking about a mind and a skill set.
I know, but
getting stuff free from the government, yeah, that's fine. But that has nothing to do with if I can go out here and work a decent job to end up taking care of myself to where I won't be relying on the government for any help.
But how is that smart woman going to go to college with those 3 children, pregnant with a high risk pregnancy? How's she going to go to college to better? She is smart. She can go. She can do it.
No, I'm saying people who don't have
her environment.
Rowena, can't say that for everybody. Everybody does not have.
Not everybody.
No, I'm just speaking of people who do not have the mindset, sweetheart, to work certain types of positions. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
There's people who are not educated. They're not college educated. They can't count well. They can't read well. That person cannot go out here and do certain type of managerial positions, government positions, jobs that require a degree. That's who I'm talking about. People who are not very bright. That's what I'm saying. And that's not their fault. Everybody does not have the same mindset. Who done it? How are you?
I'm good this evening. How are you doing?
I'm good.
I'm listening and being educated here. Hello, Rowena.
How are you doing? Oh, done it. What do you have to say about the bikers and now this phone call business with Candus and
more of the same. You know it. Just more of the same.
Mm-hmm.
What did we say the other day? Give it another day and it'll be something else. And here it is. Mm-hmm. Here it comes. Mm-hmm. Just open that little door and out falls a whole bunch of stuff. Mm-hmm. So,
well, let's talk about the bikers first. How do you feel about the bikers coming to Tennessee to look for the child?
Well, we had this discussion not long ago, and where are they going to look? You don't know what you're coming into. Maybe you're big bad bikers. Maybe you're just average run of the mill, want to do something good bikers, but you still got to have people's permission to go running up on their property. Mm-hmm. It's not like all rules are halted just because summer's missing. It'd be great if that were true, but it's not. So I don't know what good they're expecting to do. It just sounds more like clout chasing, spotlight chasing to me, and I may be totally wrong. I don't know these people.
Yeah, well, they did mention about going to the property now.
Well, to the Wells property?
Yes.
To the chalet?
I played the audio from somebody's network earlier.
Okay, I joined you about halfway. Yeah.
It's on my community post if you need information pertaining to what was said. Yeah. And they also said about shaking the people down. So that doesn't sound very promising because in the end, you don't have the right to go to the property. You don't have the right to knock on the door. And how are you going to shake down somebody when that was already done
right.
at the location and the job site? And you see how that ended up.
Yeah. By what right are they doing this, supposedly? Do they have law enforcement's permission? Is there some agency that they have that's going to be backing them? Or they're just, going to roll up into town and roll up on people and see what happens. I'm a little bit confused by their method, to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
Well, their method is just, hey, we're coming and this is what we're going to do. I don't, the logistics of that, I'd like to know more of the details of that. And I probably need to go listen. But I told you the other night,
About 100.
Listening to everybody.
About 100.
What is it?
About 100.
Oh, about 100 of them? Gosh. Well, I think it's wonderful that people care this much, that summer has got that much attention. I'm thrilled about that. Because goodness knows that child didn't get it when she was alive.
Yes.
But I just, the method, the logistics, tell me how you plan to do it. And I might change my tune.
My thing is, it did not work the last 2 times when that certain group went. What is going to be different with this group? I don't understand why people just keep saying it's for summer. It's for summer. Well, that was said 2 times.
Yeah.
Last month, this month, and you see how terribly that went wrong.
Exactly. Right. That's what I'm thinking. You think you're going to succeed where others have failed.
That's the point.
I think that the others who have tried have been just as sincere. Their hearts were just as pure, but wow.
Yeah, it ended up being just a fiasco. And my thing is, now you're talking about 100-something people flocking down to a private area. I don't see how it's going to be feasible.
I don't see how it's going to end well. To be honest with you, how does a thing like that end well?
Well, I don't think it's going to end well. I don't.
I know. Bless their hearts.
This is what you got to remember.
Yep.
That was a handful of people that went this last time. Just a few, 3, 4, whatever. Some probably laid in the background, didn't want to be seen.
Okay.
Pussycats. But this is different when you're talking about 100. 50, 60, let's say.
Okay, more safety in numbers and making a bigger statement.
All it takes is 1, 2, 10 decide to get jiggy.
Yeah.
And actually shake you down for real. Not no talking, not no yelling in a bullhorn, not none of that old silly shit. Actually shake your damn collarbone. See, all it takes is one rough houser to get crunk.
You're right. Just one somebody go a little bit sideways and the whole thing
because that's how things jump off.
Yep.
Your intentions can always start out good, but that doesn't mean that the other 60 people are going to be thinking the same way.
Listen, out of 100 people, somebody's going to jump off.
That's disaster zone at 100.
Yeah. Those, I don't like those odds at all.
You're going to have control. Whoever the ringleader is or whoever the spokesperson is, you are not going to have no damn control. Once somebody starts spewing venom, run up on somebody, like how they did Donald at the job.
Right.
No, somebody's coming off a motorcycle. Somebody's coming out of a car. Somebody getting their knees scraped.
I want to see where they're going to park 100 motorcycles. I want to see that. Where are you going to line them up at? On the road.
They're gonna line them up on the road.
Yeah, I mean, right there, you can't block a road. I mean, you can't do that.
Well, we're not talking about them blocking the road. We're talking about parking on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Park your car.
I thought even just the side of it was their property, and that's why
you don't own this. You own whatever is allotted by the I guess by the county or the city that you own. But the public street is not your domain. That's the public street.
Yeah. Well.
So wherever the concrete meets the grass is possibly the city. So long as you're not on the grass, that's deemed their property. So basically, you end up being the road then. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how the line. I don't know if the property. I can't say because I'm not there to say that the road has a line that meets the grass, which is where a car would pull over. See, I don't even think they even have that much space like it is on the highway. On the highway, the lane,
especially those 2-lane roads out there.
You pull over in the emergency lane, and then there's the grass.
Yeah,
this is a 2-lane highway, back road. I don't think it's got that much space like a highway.
Right.
It's just going to be the pavement, then the grass.
Yeah.
And that's going to be dangerous because there's hills and curves and, so that puts
Ocean says,
everybody else's life in
I hope
danger
they
that
don't
goes
beat the
around that
brakes off
curve
Don.
and doesn't
Well,
see those
interesting.
motorcycles. So what?
Yeah.
Somebody
Well,
says, I hope they don't beat the brakes off of him. Well, we'll see.
Well,
Just by them showing up and being there can get answers. What answers are they going to get? Please enlighten me. I'm confused.
ain't nobody talking any sense there.
You think Don's going to start talking because some people came on a motorcycle? I mean, he doesn't have to go outside, first of all. So that leaves you to be the one breaking the law by going on the property and going up to the door.
Yep.
Is their stated purpose to come and look for summer?
Look for summer and shake them down.
And shake the.
I already played the commentary. Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
All right. Well, I joined you a little bit late and I missed everything. That's why I was asking you to kind of refresh my mind on what's going on here. I don't see the purpose other than the publicity that it, places the spotlight on summer if they'll, keep their cool. But I don't see any real purpose that other than that this will serve. As great as their intentions may be, I don't see it happening.
Yeah.
But look, we've seen stranger things. Maybe Don would like to meet with the bikers and make a full confession. And let's imagine the impossible.
Yeah.
Have y'all noticed that since Tim Mullins has kind of upped his game, kind of, changed the website, told them don't go on YouTube channels, only stick with Benny, all NDAs, all this stuff. Have y'all noticed that, like, we don't see those nightly crazy whatevers that they used to do, fight sessions and everything that they used to do. But then all of a sudden we hear that last Wednesday, it went down, but neither one of them grabbed a camera. They called 911. Which phone did you call it on? Number 1, 2, 3, or 4? How'd you call 911? But I've noticed a difference in I don't really. Candus went on a couple of little things. Showing a dog or something anyway, and then that's just been it. And it's been real quiet. And I just think there's a huge pressure cooker. I think the kids, bless his heart, the oldest, he saw this the longest. The only good thing that I think about when I get sad is I try to remember those 3 boys are saved because of summer.
Mm-hmm.
Those 3 boys don't have to go back to that. Her aunts that never met her have a case. And who knows, in the whole world where YouTube goes, there might be a woman or a man that the same thing, and they might get the courage up. That's what I have to think. This is what she was for. That's just me. But I just think it's interesting that since the NDAs and the Mullins and he's been, I never knew he had an airplane. I didn't know who all he flew down there until I saw pictures. I was like, oh my. Mm-hmm. But, I just think it's kind of interesting. I don't know if he's working on a Netflix deal or a book deal or what he's promised them. But in one way, I kind of think that he's promised them what they ain't going to get. And they're still going to be standing there without their child. That's just me. But I'm going to get off.
Okay, thank you for joining us.
That I went to church earlier. So get off me.
Girl, you crazy.
All right. Y'all I'll be listening now. Y'all will have a good night.
Okay, be careful. Have a safe week.
Okay, you have a good vacation.
Okay. Bye. All right, everybody. Hit the link if you want to give your opinion. I'm already approaching hour number 2. If you want to give your opinion pertaining to bikers coming here. I don't know their names, the organization, the name of the organization of the bikers group. You're entitled to your opinion pertaining to them coming to do whatever. Like I said, it was a fiasco with the other group that came. So all I'm saying is, what would be different with this group?
Well, you sure wish something would be different.
Because first of all, you got to know where to look, where to search. That area is a vast area. It's not like you're in the desert where it's flat. This is not Missouri. This is not Illinois. This is not Indiana where the land is flat.
Right. It's not.
This is not a flat terrain. We're not out west. We're not in the Midwest. It's not the same. So where do you go to look? You have to know what you're looking for. You have to know where you are. You have to be actually prepared for the terrain. It's not what you people think. This is not a game.
It really isn't. I mean, I live in up on the just beginning to be up on the plateau of Tennessee, and it's very hilly here. And within 100 yards of my house, you can't walk down the hill. It falls away at such a steep angle.
Let me address somebody in the chat. The bikers know what they are doing. Are they searchers? Since they know what they're doing, are they searchers? Because there's a difference between riding a bicycle and being a searcher. Thank you, Teresa. Many people who have joined groups, search parties, they've been taught how to search, how to walk toe to toe, heel to heel.
Right.
Yes, Phoebe, it's a long ride on motorcycles just to get there. Exactly. You think somebody's going to want to go straight and start searching after riding a long ride from New York or New Jersey? I don't know where they're coming, but I did hear an East Coast accent. So you don't know how the weather's going to be. If the weather's going to be icy, snowy from their location to here. If they're already here, I do not know. Somebody said they were. Lord have mercy. Well, I don't know anything about the group, so I can't say what they've done.
Nor can I. Time will tell. Maybe it'll work. Maybe something will break.
I don't speak on anything I don't know anything about. I just brought the information to the people from somebody's channel who I don't even care for, and that's that.
Well, there you go. So come on, jump on into the 3-ring circus we got going on here in Tennessee and have at it. Good luck. I wish them well. But I don't think they're as informed as they need to be. But what do I know?
Well, we don't know anything either, and I live here.
Right. Well, there you have it.
I don't know anything about East Tennessee, but my address is here.
Yeah, I don't know nothing. I didn't see nothing. I heard nothing. It's I just opened the door and here out falls all this stuff.
I know it. So. Yeah, I woke up. Yeah, I just woke up here yesterday. I don't know how the hell I got here. I don't even know how this stuff got in this place. Maybe a little clown moved this stuff in here. I don't know.
Well,
hit the link if you want to give your opinion pertaining to some bikers coming to Tennessee. I don't know if they've arrived yet. And the incident on January 19th pertaining to Candus and Don. She's filed a report that the man put his hands on her. What is the truth? The information says that there were no visible wounds on Miss Blythe. She waited 2 to 3 hours before making the 911 call. She did not seem to be in fear of Donald Wells. She did not have an injured thumb. It looks like it was stubbed. EMS checked her out. She also removed things from the said house into the camper where her mother lives. That is the said information. That was WVLT Channel News 8 that brought that said information.
I don't think she's afraid of Don. I don't get that. If she's scared to death of Don, she's not going to be calling police for, sore thumb. I don't think.
Oh, so let me ask you this. Do you believe he put his hands on her, dear?
Do I? Well, he's certainly, they put their hands on each other. I don't think they're hold back at all. I'm surprised they don't just fight till somebody's bleeding. First blood.
What they say, can't get a blood from a turnip. I don't know.
Whoever can get out to Granny's phone first wins.
Somebody in the chat said, can't she hook that damn camper up to her damn car and pull on down the highway?
Really, what is wrong with them?
I'm just saying, never seen anything. People are just glutton for punishment. It just comes a point in your life. We all make mistakes. Trust me. I know better than anybody. You have to know when to say, this is not working for me.
Right. You got to know when to hold them.
I'm not happy with this person. They're not happy with me.
Right.
Fold. Just fold already.
Right. I don't know what hadn't occurred to them at all. I don't get the mindset, except it's just children. They can't work their way out of a paper bag somehow. And it's a terrible paper bag for both of them to be in. I don't think either one of them brings out any good thing in the other. They both bring out the worst in each other.
I just don't understand.
I don't either.
Why so long and inevitable? Just go on and go on.
Yeah. I'd be beating feet, making tracks. You'd be looking at my back till it gets to be a tiny dot.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what you'll see. The back of my big head is what you'll see.
I'm gone. She gone.
Like smoke, voila, like that.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Queen knows how to get gone and disappear. Let me tell you something. I know that. Let me tell you something. That's why I tell myself I'll be just like the song by Michael Jackson, Smooth Criminal. I will know how to get gone so fast. I will wait when I know you are far off gone. You're nowhere near the house. I've already articulated a plan to get gone where you cannot stop me, put your hands on me, nothing. Right. I've already got my stuff lined up. I've got my stuff pre-packed. I've already made moves to get to the next location.
Right.
If you walk out that door, I'm going to give you at least an hour window to be away from the property. I'm gone.
There's a lyric in a song that says, I was gone so long before you missed me.
That's damn right.
That's that
By
plan.
the time Donald got back to that house, especially if he had to work late, I'd make up an excuse and say, well, I got to go run over here and take care of something.
Yeah.
We're going to be out shopping. He'd say, okay, well, I'll come home late. I'll work over. Oh, by the time he pull up at 7 o'clock, he ain't looking at nothing but some extra cobwebs. Why don't we hang it down, honey?
Ain't no pizza on the dryer.
It ain't nothing.
I know. I don't. If I ever get to feeling trapped, that's just a feeling. I'm out. I'm bye-bye. See ya. That's just me. And I've been there a couple of times in my life. And I did not wait too long.
That's what I wanted to put in the title. Oh, where is Jared Springer when you need him? That is so true.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we need somebody to
all day long.
Well, listen, I'm gonna drop down, but I want to wish you a happy birthday. I want you to have a good time in the nougat this weekend.
Oh, not the nougat. You better shut your mouth up. You know, I did my research for the place I'm going. We ain't gonna be ready, honey.
All right. I'm gonna look forward to the stories when you get back, girl.
Honey, Queen gonna have a new look. When I step in town, they're gonna be like, who is this? Right.
Amen. Just now look, if you need bail money, just call me. Just call me.
That was Saturday night when I needed bail money.
Oh, was it? Oh, you had a night, it sounds like.
Saturday night. I said, oh my God, this would be the story. Because one of these little nosy ass people, they would have found out she went to jail Saturday. Early Sunday morning, I was about to beat the brakes off this bitch. I said,
oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Stalker. Damn stalker. Yeah, crazy bitch. Just crazy.
Terrible. Oh my goodness.
Everywhere I moved, she moved. I finally just flipped out. At the end of the night, I flipped out. I just told, what is your problem?
Yeah. You don't have to let something like that slide.
Say what?
Yeah. I said, you can't let something like that slide.
Yeah, because I let her do it the first time. Trying to get the seat next to me. I don't know what this chick's problem is, but she knew some people were sitting there, and she comes right up to the chair and somebody's sitting here. I said, you know, he's sitting there. Somebody's sitting there. Then finally, I just gave my chair up to this lady who's with some friends because she was standing most of the night. I said, here, take this stool, let you sit with your friends. I said, I got to get away from this crazy chick. I don't know what her fucking problem is. I walked up and around to another part of the room. Here she comes again. Stool sitting next to me.
Oh my gosh. No.
This is what she said. somebody sitting here too. So see, she was baiting me.
Yeah.
I said, oh yeah, she wants something bad.
She just.
I don't have time for that stuff. I don't have time for that. She don't know, man. That girl would have lost all her skin, the wig, everything. It'd been a bad night.
Yeah, you'd have stripped the skin from the bone.
Because I told myself, I don't have time for this. I don't go out. You know what I'm saying? There's nights I've skipped going out just to get a reprieve from the place. But I don't have time to be having some crazy bat following me around. You know what I'm saying? Because it was obvious. Because the lady who I gave the bar stool to, when I ended up bumping into her again a little while later, she said, oh, it was so obvious. She said, when you left, I saw her get up and go follow you.
Oh, my God.
After you gave me the chair.
She liked you. I think she was trying to get your attention.
Yeah, I met her briefly, and I saw that she had like some issues where she's unstable.
Oh yeah.
It was a brief conversation, a brief trying to be nice, call you, said hello, how you doing? But I saw tendencies that she's not stable.
Not all there.
Acts more like you supposed to explain yourself, why you didn't answer your phone. That type of crazy nonsense. I don't have time for that because I feel like I'm not your man. You got kids. Go find you another baby daddy or something.
Yeah.
I don't check in with people.
Right. I'm not the fun you're looking for tonight.
I don't check in with people, and I don't give an explanation why I don't answer my phone or why I didn't return a message that quick. Maybe I was busy doing something, and I can see that she's that type. She wants you to explain yourself, and that's not the type of friendship I'm looking with anybody.
Oh, no.
That's stuff men and women do with each other.
Yeah,
she's just a crazy ass bat. She likes attention. I can see that she likes to talk loud in the public place. She wants to be seen. Yeah, and I peeped her out a month or so ago. I said, "Oh, I see what she's about. She wants an audience. She don't know Queen to give her an audience."
Exactly. Right.
So that's what
painful.
I gave her what she wanted. I gave her a pass, and then she followed me back around on the other side of the wall, and I just went off.
Wow, I don't blame you.
She started talking like a 5-year-old. What's the problem? What's the matter? What have I done? And trying to play like somebody's just going off on her. Let me tell you, you could hear a pin drop when I went off. Everybody was standing around looking like
wall to wall. I'm not.
People. The short while that I've been going in this place, the people in there, there's people in there that know me. There's people who see me. They're new to me. I'm new to them. They know Big Ann sits to herself. She stays to herself. She don't come in there with nobody. She don't leave out of there with nobody. Yeah. So if she gets upset, you've done something.
Yes. Well,
because I went in there by myself. I ended up sitting across from a good friend. He was, like the end of the bar talking to a female friend. He invited me to come sit with him and this lady. So I sat with them the whole night.
Yeah.
But then he was helping the lady behind the bar move some things that she had won in a raffle. So then all of a sudden, she just comes out of nowhere. She knew he and the girl had been sitting there. Mm-hmm. She all of a sudden, when they get up, is this seat taken? It's like she was waiting on the opportunity for the lady to get out of the seat. I mean, that means you're watching us.
That's some sick stuff there.
That's some sick stuff. So who would want to be friends with somebody like that? I wouldn't even trust no woman that acted like that.
No. I've known a couple like that, so I know exactly what you're talking about. I would never
trust a female that behaves like that.
Yeah,
she kept poking on me last week when I was sitting down at the bar. She was saying, I like you. I really like you. And I said one thing to her. I said, "Get your hands off of me." I don't play that.
Yeah,
I don't play that because I can see she likes to play mind games.
Yeah,
she's another Candus, a crazy person, crybaby. Oh, woe is me. Nobody likes me. Don't touch me.
Right.
You don't need my undivided attention. You said Happy New Year. I went on ahead and said Happy New Year to be cordial because I knew if I didn't, she wouldn't go away.
Yes. Right.
So I went on and said Happy New Year. And I didn't even give her eye contact when I said it. And I was thinking, damn, will you just fall off the earth already? What the fuck on?
Yeah.
I mean, you're acting like you're crazy. So that lets me know you are never going to have a man. You're never going to have a friend with a woman because I've seen her now 2 times in about a month at the little place where we go where's the chick she was hanging with all the time? I ain't seen her with that girl in over a month.
Well, she ran her off, I'm sure.
Yeah, I found that interesting because they were always coming out together.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, why is the girlfriend, not the girlfriend like that, but her friend, her female friend, where is she? Because I've noticed 2 times now in 2 weeks, they haven't been in there together. And I told myself, she probably realized you are a crackpot.
You crazy.
And she ain't going out. She ain't coming out with you.
Right. Because your little choo-choo has jumped the track.
Yeah. The train has left the track.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sorry. Isn't that just the way things are? You just want to go have a couple of laughs, a couple of drinks, just go out and kind of, get your mind right somehow. You're not looking to cause any trouble.
And that's the reason why I'm going somewhere else this weekend for my birthday. There's no way in hell I'd go in that juke joint on my birthday. I'm going to a whole nother town, jurisdiction.
There you go.
Nobody knows my name. And let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to give my real name.
Don't.
I told myself, you want to make sure to steer clear of anybody psycho. I'm using an alias the entire weekend. The only person that's going to know my government name is the people who check me into the motel.
That's right.
You understand?
End of story.
Yeah. Other than that, anywhere I go, honey, my name is Petunia Watkins.
I just say, my name is Sandra Bullock. Just go as somebody in town. Petunia Watkins? I don't know.
Sadie Mae Jenkins.
There you go. That's a little more. Petunia gets you in trouble.
But I told myself, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to go give an alias, right?
Yes.
There's going to be a bunch of people sitting around me, and somebody's going to walk up that knows me.
Yes.
And say, Angela, what you doing in here?
There you go. Just, I don't know who you're talking to.
I told myself, I said, that's exactly what's going to happen. You're going to give an alias.
Somebody's going to blow your cover.
Somebody from this area is going to walk in there and call you out right there in front of all those people. And then the people that got your alias going to be like, I thought your name was such and such.
Petunia, yeah.
Petunia.
Well, I'm off my meds. That's what I be saying. Totally off my meds tonight.
Because I could play crazy like they do in TV movies.
That's what I'm saying.
Got the wrong person. I beg your pardon? I know you know. I don't think you do.
I don't know you.
Because you know what? That always happens. Just when you're trying to play it safe, somebody comes and blows your cover.
For sure. For sure.
But that was an interesting weekend
that
I had, and I was in a good mood. I was having a good time. I sat on the opposite side of the room just so it would be no misunderstandings, no problems. I did everything deliberate, and yet this heifer made sure to rattle the cage. I was like, that's why I know everything she's done the past couple of weeks have been deliberate, but she don't know I'm not what she wants, because what she don't seem to understand, I hold the key to her livelihood. Don't cross me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. She lacks wisdom.
Don't cross me.
Just foolish. Foolish. People are foolish.
Yeah, because you could end up like Don and Candy.
Right. Quickly.
Stay woke.
Got your clown certificate and everything. Go to the Don Wells University of Clowning. Yeah.
Well, I thank you for joining me. Who done it?
Hey, I'm glad to get a chance. I always enjoy talking to you. Always. So
thank you.
I'm gonna jump down, and I'm gonna be anxiously awaiting more from you this week. But I'm really gonna want to know what the tea is on your weekend.
Listen. Luna said Queen would scare the crap out of me. How would I scare the crap out of somebody? You only getting scared if you know you're doing something you ain't got no business.
Just don't be in her face.
I stay right. You have no business in anybody's personal space. That is a black person's joke. We need 7 feet.
That's right.
A comedian once said that. You want to talk to somebody black? 7 feet.
7
Don't
feet.
walk up. Don't touch their shoulder. Don't touch their hair. Don't touch the hair weave. Don't touch the wig. Don't say nothing. But how you doing? That's what you're supposed to do.
Right, and keep your hands out of your pocket.
Yeah, don't try to touch my jacket, coat, my wrist to get my attention. That's just rude anyway to be all up in somebody's personal space. It doesn't take all that to say hello. You don't have to keep touching somebody to say hi. You walk up and say hi, how you doing? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If they respond, they respond. If they don't, keep it moving. What are you still hanging around, lurking up under somebody? I'm telling you, man, a month ago, she was playing some real devious games up in there. Like standing feet away and blocking my view. Oh, she's a bitch.
Good Lord, this woman, she's trying to get in your orbit.
Yeah, and, she's real sick because she realizes I've ignored her. See?
Yes.
And she's not used to that.
That's right. You're not giving her the attention
she's used to
getting.
Chasing her around saying, hey, how you doing? Da, 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 da. I don't work like that. I don't chase women. I don't have any reason to be chasing another woman. So I don't know what type of friendship she's used to. The friendship she has with that other chick, that's their business. But I'm not chasing anybody around for friendship. I don't work like that. And now that I see that you have deviant behavior, that you'll do shit under the belt, there's no way I would ever be friends with her. Right. And she's got some great kids. Because her kids, like the baby boy, he like latched on to me when he first met me. Thanksgiving Eve. When he met me, he was like, he wouldn't even leave my side. It was kind of creepy. Because her kids, her baby boy and girl, they would not leave the room. They wanted to sit right up under me.
It seems like, from the most casual of contact, she has some sense of ownership about you, some sense of entitlement of something from you. And that's not where the lines are drawn. And that's made her mad and frustrated. And so she just thought, well, I'm just going to bug the crap out of you till I get some kind of reaction. You know, to some people.
But see, that's a dangerous thing to do.
Oh, yeah.
To try to get somebody's attention by talking loud, sitting up under them, standing beside them, blocking their view while they're sitting on a table or a bar stool. You're asking for an ass whooping because this is what I keep trying to tell people. You will approach the wrong one who has nothing to lose if they don't mind putting you down.
Yes.
So that's why you know she's crazy, because she doesn't know me. She don't know what I got in my purse. She don't know if I have a weapon, mace, anything. So you're willing to do something to me to set me off. And then once I put my hands on you, I'm the one got to worry about getting a bond.
Right.
You want to play these type of childish games.
Right. It's horrible.
She's sick. But that lets you know she's real sick.
This isn't normal behavior at all. Not normal.
I told myself, I said, this is the reason why she don't got no damn man.
Well, right. Or obviously friends.
That's what I'm saying. But imagine her dating a man and behaving like this.
Well,
no, I'm serious. She's got
I know. Maybe, it's hard for me to picture that because, it'd get her in some serious trouble in a big, big hurry. To certain people, it doesn't matter positive attention or negative attention.
And that's what the attention. Like. That's what's so amazing about life is that I can sit up here and count all the stories I've covered where I've noticed similarities with people I've met in my life, similar to the people in the stories. And she gives me all the vibes of the stuff I've been discussing on this case pertaining to Summer Wells, the neediness, the latching on to people. You know what I mean? Then showing out later because you don't get your way. To me, she's sinister. I can say about her because I've seen this other side of her, and I know she's a person that you couldn't trust. And I'm telling you what she did last week when she saw me out. What she thought was, I'll break the ice. Let me see if Angela takes the bait, try to be nice to me, engage in a conversation. Maybe she'll try to be friends with me again. And then we start back speaking to each other. Woo, woo, woo. There is no way in hell I would ever engage in a full-blown conversation in person, on a phone, around a corner, ever. I mean, it would never work because let's just assume for a week y'all do get back on good terms. She'll find a way still to push your buttons. Oh, I know she will.
Because that's what she does.
Yeah. So, and let me tell you something. Somebody like her, you would not want to let her know your personal business.
No, you would not. No.
And I thought about that. I said, thank God it didn't get a jump off that she doesn't even know where you live. She don't even know where I live.
Right.
Period.
Yeah, and never shall she know.
No, she'll never
It
know.
ain't happening.
She will never. I'm serious. I told myself that the past couple of weeks. I said, aren't you glad that you never told that dizzy bitch where you stayed? Don't you think that?
Oh my God, yeah.
You think that heifer wouldn't get in her car and go to my location and probably sit out there and watch? I could see her doing that.
Yeah, I can too. Stalking.
Yeah.
Oof,
and that's just not normal behavior for a heterosexual woman.
Well, I tell you this, if she ever does show up at your door, that's the sign from God that it's time to move.
No, it ain't gonna be the sign. It ain't gonna be no sign for me to move. That's gonna be no sign that I hope you left your children some good life insurance.
That's the truth.
Look,
that's the truth.
I hope you put that oldest boy on your policy. Because he getting ready to be taking care of his brothers and sisters.
Because you about to be gone.
Oh yeah. You going straight. You going, baby. You going to go straight to the morgue.
Right. Hey, Christina. Well, I'm going to jump. Good to talk to you, Queen.
Good night. Thank you.
Love you too.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I don't mind that little chit-chat. That was just us shooting the shit. Thank you all so much. Christina, what do you have to say about the bikers wanting to come to Tennessee or if they're already here?
Well, I'm not sure. I mean, it would bring awareness to the cause. Okay. But are they really going to do any good? You know, that's the question. Mm-hmm. You know, I kind of have, they can't go up in there and just freaking rumble with them. That's not what this is about. I don't think they do that. You know,
he already said I'll shake them down. What do you think that means?
Well, they probably have some plans they're not telling anybody about, but
when you make that comment, when you make a comment like that, you're basically telling people that you're going to do whatever you got to do. So that to me, that's no different than what was done a few weeks ago with the messy people on the ground.
Oh God, those people didn't even make no damn sense to me. They was just there for a YouTube video, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. You know, that whole deal. Because you don't go to people's jobs and do stupidity things like that. You know, I didn't agree with that.
Somebody in the chat is saying, Lorraine said the bikers canceled. Interesting. I wonder why.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to call in and wish you
well, so you are in agreement to the bikers coming either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be good.
Okay.
I mean, I'd support that.
Okay, so let's go to the phone call made by Candus Bly to 911 on the 19th of January pertaining to Donald Wells allegedly putting his hands on her.
I think that's she's setting up to throw his ass under the bus. That's what I'm thinking.
Let me plug up my computer. All this time I've been over here talking, running my mouth, and have my computer. Jesus.
You know, it's like you said, this could have been a plan they've been working on for a while.
Right.
Yeah, it makes sense to me.
Okay.
Get rid of him, you know.
Yeah.
And they can just do what they want. She ain't got nothing holding her there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Could this be an elaborate plan to get rid of Donald Wells and acquire the property and the said cars, monies, whatever?
I think you're on to something. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
You know, you know, but if some, you know, incident did happen, you know, I mean, she apparently was not hurt from what I'm understanding, but there is a record of these things when they get the calls, you know, domestic violence. But my thing is, being a domestic violence survivor myself, there is always a way out.
Yeah.
You know, you can get out of a bad situation. You ain't got to sit there and take that. But I think a lot of it, you know, the drinking, the drug abuse, you know, you're just setting yourself up. You know, but if she's serious and wants to get out of there, there is help that she can get.
Yeah.
She don't have to sit there.
She could have been got help. I tell people this is a volunteer state. We have programs for domestic violence victims, people in dire situations. It's a choice for her to live the way she's living.
Yeah, it's her choice. She's the one chooses to stay there.
So,
and, like you.
Somebody in the chat said they saw him on a live with BK the weekend, after that weekend or whatever, and everything seemed hunky-dorky, whatever. So my thing is, what's the end result of these mind games and Game of Thrones with the cell phones? I mean, they're going to get enough of making phone calls to tubers, inboxes, 911 calls. I'm telling you, something bad is going to happen to these two. Something really bad. Yep. Because they don't know how to stop playing mind games.
Yep, something real. They're setting themselves up really good, I think, for a bad result at the end.
Yeah.
It's not going to turn out good for one of them, probably.
Yeah. Because how long can this go on? You're taking it to a whole new level. You have a whole body missing, a whole child, and you're still playing games with people, strangers, law enforcement, 911 dispatch.
You can only play the game so long, and it's going to come back and bite you.
Yeah.
And when it does, the end result ain't going to be so good.
Right.
But, only time will see how that's going to play itself out.
Okay.
That's kind of my opinion, but I get where you're coming from, though.
Right. Let me step out 1 second. I'm going to step out my menu because I done hit something and got me out. Just stay up there. You can keep talking. Let me leave out of here for a minute. I'm going to come back in because I done hit something. My chat then disappeared.
Oh, boy. That's not good. But, that's just my opinion. I think, if they keep playing the mind games, and it's always something. Like the individual was up here before myself. I've heard her say this every day.
Yeah.
It's something.
Uh-huh.
I was kind of like you the other day, waiting for Pookie to show up and Boo Boo and whoever else is going to pop up.
Yeah, Boo Boo. Listen, I ain't heard no white. Are you Caucasian? Are you a white lady?
No, I'm native.
You're native?
Native American.
Yeah,
Native American.
You even say boo boo. You so funny.
Well, I mean, with all these people, who knows?
Boo boo, where you at?
He gonna come out with them gator slippers on like he's talking about.
Don't start. Please, God, you're killing me. What part of the region are you living in?
I'm in Oregon.
Oh, Lord, you're a long way out. Jesus. Well,
I know.
Beautiful, though, but beautiful. That's beautiful country.
Oh, yeah. It's God's country up
here.
It is.
Beautiful scenery just from TV shows and documentaries of Oregon, Washington. That is just a gorgeous area out there. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful, but I was born and raised in Oklahoma. So.
In Oklahoma. Okay, I understand. Were you on a reservation? Were you raised on a reservation?
No. Oh, no, I mean, I lived in the capital of Cherokee Nation.
Oh, okay.
So, but we didn't have no things there like we got here.
Yeah. Look at somebody. Rowena gonna say Pookie Sue. I be damn.
Hey, you never know.
What? I can't even get it out. Why is Pookie Sue?
I don't know. Maybe that's the cousins or something. We're waiting.
If I see somebody by the name of, let me tell you something. If I meet anybody on top of this dirt named Pookie Sue, I'm gonna run like hell. Did you know what I said? I don't give a damn if she's white, Mexican, black. What's your name? Pookie Sue? Oh, hell no. Let me get the hell out of here. Oh,
yeah, wow, Bubba. I like that one. I'm waiting for a Bubba too.
Oh yeah, Bubba been here. That's Fred.
Yeah, Bubba's already been around the block. Let's see who else shows up in this cast of characters in this ongoing drama.
We already got a Fred. Where is Billy Ray?
That'll work. You know, I'm just like, who the hell's gonna show up next?
Honey,
You know?
child, Billy Ray came up that driveway with a bazooka. He just shot all the cars up, blew the whole damn cars up. He blew up the car. By golly, I tell you, that bus went running down that driveway. It was in flames. Jeepers.
Oh my God. Anything's possible at this point.
Rowena, you got a weird name, Rowena Sudpucker. What the hell?
I'm waiting.
I mean, you can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, every time I just sit to myself and think about all the things I've heard from the parents, these people coming out, it's like an alternate universe.
Yeah, it's like, what world you living in?
It's just like a whole other universe filled with crazy people. And it's like, you can't make this stuff up. It's like every other day, somebody's uploading a video about the case, chopping up what happened from day one, chopping up who said what, who's jumping out of a clown car. And I mean, it's like, it's not even about the baby.
Nope, totally lost focus on what we really supposed to be focusing on. It's all about these crazy ass parents.
Yeah. And that's what's so sad about the story is that it is about them. It's not about Summer.
No, you know, this
we don't
baby,
know anything about her. Let's just be truthful. We don't know anything about Summer because we don't have people to tell us anything about Summer. They've just given us some little dusty ass synopsis of what she liked to play with and spinning around and being outside, swinging on a swing and running around and chasing her brothers. That's just not really telling me anything about her.
no, that's just telling us, you know, the things she enjoyed doing. That's it. You know, but I think justice will be served in this. It may take a little bit, but the truth will come out.
Okay. So let me ask you, do you believe her parents are responsible for her disappearance?
I think they're the sole people that are responsible.
Okay.
I've said that, thought that since day one, because for one, their story changed too much.
Yeah.
They kept lie after lie. Your lies will catch up to you.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, because every time they'd talk, it was a different story. I was like, if you didn't do nothing, the story would have never changed.
Yeah, it changed a lot, especially between the dispatch call, the interview she and Don, the interview they gave to news, then what the Earhart lady gave to the public about what the child had on, being outside with no shoes. Allegedly, she was taken from inside, but when you talk to TBI lady, her version is outside with no shoes. It just kept evolving, and it just, you know what? It's just like a big ball of hay rolling, getting bigger.
Yeah, exactly.
So what do you think about all these people that have been jumping out of clown cars, giving their commentary pertaining to the child? It's a little bit off subject.
Oh God, I don't even know where these people are coming from. It's like every other day there's somebody different. You know, I mean, I don't know what to think about it. It's craziness.
Okay.
You know, I'm thinking, let's quit. You know, people need to quit focusing on all these people that's just jumping out of the car, and let's get down to the serious of it. Where's this child at, and what did you do to her?
Yeah. Let me ask you something. Where do you think she is?
I don't think, well, for one, I don't think she is with us anymore.
Okay.
I think she has went on.
Okay.
I hate to even say the word, but you know where I'm getting at. And I think my gut's telling me she's not too far from where they live.
Yeah. And why do you say that?
I don't know. It's just a sense I have.
Okay.
That she's not too far away. But she
is that because of the them coming back to search in November at Beach Creek?
Well, it kind of gave me a feeling.
Okay.
You know, they had to go, they went back for a reason.
Yeah, that's what I said too.
You know, that I don't think she's
So
far away
why
from
not
there.
somewhere else? Why not tell us you went to search somewhere else publicly?
I
Why there?
can't answer that. I don't know.
No, I'm saying to them, why would they go back to a place they searched when the foliage was full, and then now you can see more through there because there's no leaves on the trees? Why would you go back there versus any other place?
Maybe because of the foliage that had thinned out, possibly.
Yeah, but I'm just saying in general, though, why that place, that area? You said, I've been here before, but why that place? You have a lot of places you can look, is what I'm saying. Why that place? Why that place?
Well, I'm going to go out on a limb. They may have got told some information.
True.
And they're like, okay, let's go back here. You know, somebody could have slipped them some information. So they went back. Now, I don't know. I've heard, I've heard the septic tank rumor, all this and that. And I was like, I don't know if I'm buying into that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I find it odd that you could run to TBI and YouTubers about what Don did to you, your sister, whatever, years ago, but you can't remember him saying that Candus said the child was in a septic tank.
Right. I mean, I don't.
So your memory is good from 50 years ago versus a few months ago.
Right. I mean, it's just a lot of craziness.
Yeah.
I don't know if they'll ever find that baby. And it's a shame of what could have happened to her. Allegedly, people say that there was bad things, done to this little baby. Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's fact or fiction. Yeah. So you can't say, yes, it happened and not have the proof to prove it.
Right. Yeah.
But
there's really no receipts for anything. Everything is somebody else's version.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, well, if this man's supposed to have done all these bad things to you back when, why are you just saying something now?
Yeah.
Well,
I think a lot of people have this problem. And, we do know that, not to throw any gasoline on anybody that's been molested or raped, but a lot of people don't report crimes of child molestation and or rape, sexual assault. So, like I said, my problem is, do you have proof of him doing anything felonious with his children as of the 15th, before the 15th? That's what's most important to me, because if Don has never been arrested for any said sexual crimes as a child or an adult, then you have to bring proof that he was touching his children inappropriately after the fact of when you last had dealings with him.
Exactly. That's true. I mean, if you ain't got no receipts, you can't prove nothing.
Yeah. Because, people can say, well, a leopard don't change his spots. He had them gone and did it again. No, I don't know, because I know that a person can change their life. I know that you have to keep continuing to molest children or rape women to be deemed a predator, even if they don't have an arrest on the books under your name. Now, if I kept hearing a person's name with different women and children as far as sexual assault, child molestation, then I might be able to just say, well, yeah, he's known to be a child molester, because there have been several women, children come forward with allegations against the person, but no arrests. We haven't heard from anybody saying that Don's touched them or there's been an arrest in his history pertaining to touching children. So, like I told people, you only knew of these allegations when they came forward and going to YouTubers. But had they not went to YouTubers and said anything, you wouldn't be talking about it all the time. You would have never known, right, or even assumed he touched his child if they had been quiet. Exactly. You would have just had a comment from somebody saying they saw him come out the shower with the little girl, and that's still hearsay. And two, him saying that the child slept in the bed with him and the wife all the time. But that is not nothing to judge a person by, because the baby sleeps in the bed with you. I know a lot of people whose children slept in the bed with them from birth up until 7, 8 years old, or probably older than that.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It doesn't mean they're doing anything inappropriate with their children.
Yeah, I've heard that from many people in both races, white and black. Their kids still sleep in their bed, and their kids are older than 8 and 9.
There's some families back where I'm from, like when I had my children, my oldest one is 30, my oldest daughter, there was a lot of parents whose children slept with them.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't no big deal.
Women don't want to put the baby in the baby bed, which you should, because like they say, it's easy to roll over on your child and suffocate your child. That is the reason why you don't sleep with infants in your bed. It's for security reasons. You don't want to roll over on your child. You, your husband, boyfriend, whoever can roll over on the baby, suffocate the baby. That's common sense. So that's why babies should sleep in a baby bed or a bassinet. And then the child, too, will get used to being alone and not cry for the mother, father, caretaker. Because you don't want to be a parent where you can't take 2 steps without your baby crying because you're not holding the child. And the doctor will tell you, so long as the child is not wet or hungry, let him or her cry. That is their job, to cry, because they cannot talk. That's their job to cry.
They'll let you know if they need something.
They will let you know.
I can honestly say I had 3 children, and none of my children slept with me because their pediatrician even said, don't do it. Don't get them in that.
It's just too easy for anything to happen in a bed. You could easily wake up from a nightmare, swinging your arms, anything. You just don't. That's why you don't keep a baby in the bed with you.
Yeah, they had little bassinets, and then when they got a little older, they went to the crib. It worked.
Go to the crib. And that's the whole point. How is your child going to learn how to sleep in his or her own bed if they never go to a bed? That's why kids cry when the parents try to put them in a bed. They haven't been used to sleeping in a bed. So they're used to sleeping with parents.
So, I have to agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
The pediatrician, when I had my first, when I was a new mother, he was like, don't let her sleep in the bed with you. Put her in a bassinet.
Yeah. Because it's just too easy for your child to get rolled over on.
Yeah, that's how a lot of babies accidentally, get suffocated or hurt.
Yeah. And then too, you're talking about putting up heavy covers on yourself. Let's think about wintertime when it's very cold. You're sitting here with 3 or 4 blankets on top of you and another partner, and then there's an infant in between you or on the other side of the mother. That's too much heat on top of a baby's head and nose and mouth, because doctors have said, well, they can stand a little more, they get a little more heated than adults do, so they don't need to be wrapped 12 times over in extra clothing like you think they do. They don't need it.
They don't need all these extra things, but I just wanted to jump on, visit with you. I hadn't talked to you in a while.
Yes, I thank you for joining me and giving me your commentary. And I'll bring another video when we get more information pertaining to whoever's coming. Somebody in the chat said they changed their mind or something. I don't know. I don't go to other channels to keep up with the latest gossip pertaining to Hollerville, because it's just like every day it's something. So, who can keep up? But let me ask you this before you check out, then I'm going to leave. Do you believe that he put his hands on Candus?
Well, if the law enforcement checked her out and couldn't find nothing, there may not have been nothing to that, because if you're assaulted, you're going to have a mark on you or something.
Let's scratch all that. Let's scratch any of that. Had you not heard any of that, tell me what you would have thought or at the time.
I don't think he did.
Okay. Because
I think it was just some more of her mind games.
Yeah. Do you think she's trying to set him up to get rid of him?
I think she is. I think it's a plan. I think it's a plan she's come up with. Or maybe her mother helped her devise this plan to get rid of him.
Yeah, because I do find it interesting that it's coming right close to the time for him to go to court.
Yeah. And that would look bad on his part, going to court.
Yeah.
But
Again, you've got an older violation of assault from 2020. Okay. You just had a DUI. We let you out on bond. And now your wife is saying you're beating her up, pushing her into a wall, and grabbing her by the throat.
right. So, that may come up in the court hearing about this incident here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she's just trying to make it look worse on him. It could be a master plan.
Yeah. Thinking of a master plan, like the rap song.
Yeah. I mean, I try to catch your lives. I don't always get to catch them,
That's okay.
but I'm
That's
waiting. Okay. I'm still waiting for you to come on and say, well, Pookie Sue and Boo Boo finally come out of the car and they're talking with their gator slippers.
Honey, you mean a confession? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. You get a confession. Let me tell you something. The only way that you're going to get a confession out of one of them is if, one, they have been kidnapped and tortured, or two, they are both locked up, or one or the other is locked up. That is the only way. Kidnapped, or one of them ends up in jail.
I still like your desert idea. I'm on board with that.
Way out. Oh, taking them way out in the desert.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Let me tell you something. They back up in that holler. You ain't got to go out to the desert. You ain't even got to leave Beach Creek. Just pick them up and take them out in the field and play some games. Play some funny games.
We don't have to go anywhere. Maybe 5 miles down the road.
That's all. That's all. Drive them down there in a truck or car and play some really dirty games. Make them talk. You can make them talk. People do it all the time to people to get them to talk.
Yeah, I think my idea to do it, legit. I think if you got her by herself.
Oh yeah, in a cell. You mean she's stuck in a cell, can't get out?
Yeah, and just put her in a locked room. Just interrogate the hell out of her. I mean, just hold her there for hours. She'll crack. She'll be the first one to crack.
Okay.
They got to be separated. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer here.
I would hope. Well, it doesn't look this way, but that if one got arrested, one can't see what the other one is doing. So that means one would get shaky and worry about what the other is doing, and then that's when he or she would start blabbering. I think the one that would get in the cell first and held, that would be the one that would fold.
Yeah, no bond, no nothing. Just let them sit there.
Yeah, no bond, no nothing. Yeah, that's it.
They would crack because they'd want out of there or take a deal.
That's the point. And that's the point. Now, somebody told me the other night, they said, no, Angie, I think even if one of them went to jail, they would hold out until they were released. But see, when you start sitting in jail, your mind can play all types of tricks on you. Even if you know you only got 6 months in there, 1 year. You don't know what a person's mind goes through when they are incarcerated. And these two are codependent. So you got to remember, one's going to be worrying about what the other one's doing out there.
Right.
So even if they know they're going to be getting out in a short while, let's say a year, let's say he violated, he got a year, he's sitting in there. The flip of the coin would be, he know he's going to do a year, he's going to get out, he's going to hold the secret. But the flip side of the coin also, he's worried about what the hell Candus is doing out there and what she's telling people and what she's saying.
Who she's talking to.
Exactly. Who she's dealing with, who she's got at the house. So he may start getting worried. Let's say she stopped calling, accepting his phone call. She ain't coming to the jail with commissary. She ain't putting money on the books. Ting. She ain't accepting messages from Peter, Paul, BK, Pookie Sue. Now we on a whole other level. I think somebody done abandoned me. Oops, she on my property where everything's in my name. What the hell she doing? See where I'm going?
Right.
Like somebody in the chat said, whether it's in his name or not, you got to pay taxes on the property. If somebody's in there past the due date when the taxes are due, somebody got to pay, even though they'll let your taxes rack up before they seize your property. But we're just talking about in general. You still got to pay bills to live.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a shit free inside, and she's on that property with full rights to that property. She could get the deeds to the paperwork. She could change the deeds. See, people don't really think. You can change signatures on a deed to a car title. All of that, people do it every damn day. They put their Jan Hancock on a piece of paper, and now it looks like somebody gave them a car, gave them a house. Now, all I got to do is go to a realtor and say, I'm putting this bad boy up for sale. Ting.
And while he's sitting in jail, she could cash in, grab the money, and run.
Exactly. She's not that dumb.
I think it's going to take one of them getting arrested, being held without bail, till somebody says something.
Yeah.
You know, that might be the only way that's ever going to come out. Or like you said, let's just do a little backcountry justice on this one.
Yeah. Because that's the only way it's going to work. Somebody tortures these two, and or one goes to jail, and the one in the jail is going to be the one that probably tell it. Because they're going to be sick to death worrying about what the other one's doing out there.
Yeah.
And due to the fact that Candy likes to pick up strangers, allegedly. Oh, yeah. If she's the one that's free, Donald would lose his mind.
But if she's the one locked up, I think she'd squeal before he would.
Yeah, I do. I think they both would tell if they were locked up, frankly. But they'd be too worried about what the other one's doing.
Yeah.
They don't know what's going on. They don't know who they're talking to. Oh, they're sick.
So maybe maybe something will come out of this court hearing.
I hope he goes to jail, because I think he needs to go. I think he needs to have the same punishment that happens to everybody else in East Tennessee and other states. You broke the law. You violated probation. Your ass should get the amount of time for the violation. Why should you not be in jail?
Now, in Tennessee, what's the sentence on a DUI?
I don't know. It depends on how many times he's had a DUI.
Okay.
See.
Yeah, I don't know anything about his DUI background.
We have a high rate. We have a high rate of DUIs and repeat offenders. It's very bad here for DUIs. We have a very high rate of people riding around on suspended license, revoked license, drinking and driving, many charges for the same crime of drinking and driving, even without a license, a valid license. They'll still get behind the wheel, get pulled over, go to jail, bond out, go to court, do a couple of months, a year, get back out, repeat it again. We have a very high turnover rate with the drinking and driving offenses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much, if he gets any time out of this. Hell, he may walk out of there. We don't know.
You know what? And that would be the ultimate, good night, all of you. That would be the ultimate betrayal to the system, to the children, is for him to go to court in February and then still walk his ass out that damn courtroom.
Yeah, because I don't know. Well, we'll have to see what happens.
He doesn't have any right to be free. Because like I said, there are too many people who commit the same crime and their asses got their cars seized, took to the pound, and they had to they either got a bond or they were remanded to court for the previous violation.
Yeah. I mean,
he had no right to get a bond, first of all. Two, he should be doing jail time. His ass should be in jail time. He should be in jail right now for the violation of the assault. The assault plus the DUI, that's two whole separate charges. So
so what entitles him to a get out of jail free card?
I don't know.
I mean, something kind of fishy there too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's where all these rumors are coming from about him being an informant, this and that. But anybody knows if he was an informant, he'd be dead already.
Oh yeah, he'd have been knocked out a long time ago. He couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, he talks too much. There's no way he'd be alive. But I don't know if they're keeping him out because they want to see what he's going to do, him and the wife. But I still feel like they're playing a dangerous game if that is their motive, TBI and Hawkins County Sheriff's Department.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, the whole pattern is setting up. You know, one of them is going to have to be jailed in order to talk and figure out what really happened, or things are going to go really spinning out of control and it's going to be a murder-suicide. Nobody's ever going to know.
Okay.
Because of the drugs and the drinking.
Yeah.
You know, if they know the heat's getting turned up on them, they're going to get desperate.
Okay. I'm going to read you a comment whodunit said. Maybe they are going to tack on all those charges on when he's arrested.
Could be.
So he has to go to court for this situation here. So maybe she's on something. Maybe they're just going to wait till he goes to court for this offense. But see, that's the gist of this story. You don't know if he's going to be found guilty on this allegation because they're saying they didn't see any bruising on the woman. Just a stuff.
It's hard to say how this is going to go right now.
Yeah, it looks like the little boy that cried wolf. This is what this story is.
Yep.
All the townspeople came running. No wolf. Incident number 2. All the townspeople came running. No wolf. But I think eventually the wolf is going to appear. There'll be no townspeople.
Yep.
It's just a matter of when the wolf is going to appear.
You know, and more or less though saying when the shit gets real, nobody's going to be there.
You're so funny.
No, I just call it the way
I love it because it's the truth. This is just a case of the little boy who cried wolf. Little girl too. Really, it's 2 of them. 2 little dirty kids playing wolf. But God forbid the wolf comes. The wolf might come with a damn bear.
You know, I mean, I'm kind of like you, Queen. I'm a straight shooter. I just call it the way I see it.
Right. Yeah.
You know, why beat around the bush?
A lot of people aren't used to that type of commentary. A lot of people are used to people who dance around the subject and they play mind games and talk in circles and riddles and don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. My thing is this is commentary. I'm not talking to people in real life, like this. Sometimes I give my opinion, sometimes I don't. This is a commentary channel. I'm not here to fluff anything. I look at things the way I see it. It doesn't mean that it's actually the way I see it, but I'm in the looking glass. I'm looking in the glass and what I see is this. Is it all the way facts? Maybe not. It's just my opinion. But there's something off with these 2. I do believe they're complicit to the disappearance of the child. I do believe they discarded the child. I do not think it's human trafficking. I do believe the child is deceased. That's my gut feeling. I've talked to an expert from Child and Family Services who is a current social worker, and she gave her opinion that she does believe the child is deceased and that the mother is behind it. From her experience with dealing with these types of cases, that 9 times out of 10, it is the parent who got the child gone.
You know, unfortunately, we live in a world where parents do things like this to their children.
Yeah. That's what I don't understand why everybody wants to keep saying it's an accident. It's an accident. Nobody told you it's an accident. Who told you it was an accident? You don't have any verification of a timeline. You don't have any verification who all was involved. You don't know nothing. So how do you just wake up one day and say it was an accident? You only say it's an accident because they went to a swimming hole and she released a video of a child lying in the back seat on some damn milk. Other than that, if you never saw that video, you would never assume she was alive or dead in that video and that picture.
You know, anybody with children or, in your case, maybe nieces or nephews or whatever, if they was in your care and they got hurt accidentally, first thing you're going to do is call 911.
If you care.
Yeah, if you give a crap about that child. They didn't care about this baby. They never did.
Yeah. Because that's his commentary. She's not the type to not call 911 if there is an accident. But we can look at the fact of how she took care of the house, the property, and the children, and him too. that possibly she's not the type that would call 911. Because one, look at how you're living. Look at how you were sending your children out in public, shaving your child's head down like a boy. You want me to believe you're the same parent that would take your child to the doctor. We've seen pictures of your child's mouth rotten, teeth rotten. You still want me to believe you're that person that would take your child to the 911 emergency, to the ambulance. No, I don't think so.
This is what gets me. If they did not want this baby, any of us that have a heart would say, give me that baby and I'll take care of her.
Yeah,
you go on your way.
Why didn't those sisters do it? All this time you've been talking to Don on and off over the years, if it even true. You never saw pictures of the children to see how they were living. Video Skyping's been going on for a few years now. Messenger, other apps. Stay woke.
Yeah, I mean, anybody with a heart would have took that baby in a heartbeat.
But why didn't they get the boys this time? Why is nobody in the family have custody of the children? Like somebody said, well, Angela, you don't know, somebody in the family might have the children. But don't you think I'd be glad to tell the public, since I love going live, hey, my mama got him, my sister, my third cousin got him. Ooh, I'm so glad they're still in the family.
Yeah, because normally, I don't know how it works there, because every state's different. Normally, is it when they remove children from a home, like in this situation, they will try to place them with a family member?
That's the first thing they're going to ask you is, do you have family that could take in your children? Everybody knows.
I mean, and why didn't any of the family step up and take the boys? I don't get it.
Right. So you're breaking your neck to go to TBI about sexual assault charges from yesterday, but you're not the same people to say, I'd like to take the children in.
Yeah, and take care of them.
So you want me to believe Donald and Candy never told that same Mary that the children need a family or the state's going to put them in foster care? So why would you not even call your family to say, hey, this is what's going on. We need somebody to step up and take the kids, come pick up the kids.
Yeah, I mean, anybody would have done that to know that their children were at least with a family member. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But, at least the boys are with somebody who is taking care of them, though.
Yeah. But we got to pray that there's the right people there, because like they say, we don't know the people, and there's not a guarantee that all the boys are going to be living in the same household, because we have heard of a high turnover rate as well with children in foster care and going into being adults, not having a family to live with them.
We can only hope and pray that they are with caring people.
Well,
that's doing right by them. There are good foster parents out in the world that really do care. But then there's those, that maybe don't need to be foster parents.
Yeah, that's true. Adoptive parents too.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
So what I'm curious about is where the children are. Are they still in the state of Tennessee? Are all the children together? And if the state has permanently removed them out of Don and Candus' care, or did they forfeit their rights to the state?
Yeah, I mean, nobody knows that. So, I just hope wherever the boys are, it's traumatizing enough. I hope they're at least together with a good family.
Yeah, because that's hard to expect people to take in 3 kids at one time, especially with all the things that's going on in the world right now with finances and COVID. It's a lot on somebody to take in children. A lot of children.
Yeah, but at least, if they're with a good family, they're getting proper clothing and food and their necessity.
Yeah. Kaylee, how do you know they can leave the state or not? Who said they can't leave the state?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they can't leave the state of Tennessee. Okay, well, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, who's giving information that they can't leave the state?
You know, all I can do is pray for those boys.
They had relatives that stepped up to live out of state. I don't believe the state would tell them no, they can't go with the family if they lived out of state.
Yeah. Can only be put.
Well, children have been put out of state with other family members in cases where the parents forfeit their rights, because I know of a case personally where the mother didn't want the child and the state took the child back from the state where they came from. So that's not true. The child was placed in the state where they were living with the parent. The child got sent back to the state that they came from out of foster care.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anyone personally who, you know, has had children put in foster care, but if family members are out of state and they can place them, I don't think it'd be a problem.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's my thing is, and even if they were eyewitnesses, because that's the only reason why I can see them not letting the child leave out of state, is if they were a witness to a crime. But that's the thing about it. They would be safer out of state if they were a witness to a crime.
So this could be kind of like a protective custody, maybe.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know.
I always thought they used the word protective custody for foster care anyway, I thought.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? If they witnessed what happened to their sister.
Right,
they got information.
It would be safer for them to be out of jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Especially maybe somebody that don't know them, such as a family member. But see, that's another thing. We don't know if they don't want them with family due to whatever allegations were brought into the case before and or during the summer being missing. Because like I said, there's no verification of CPS being involved because the children stayed there 6 weeks later. That's why I refuse to believe the CPS was involved. It makes no logical sense.
Right. And who knows behind the scenes, wherever these children are, that TBI people ain't been going and talking to them.
Yeah. Well, they've already talked to those kids. And trust me, they've already assessed the situation of June 15th and how the parents treated the children. You already know that that cat's been out the bag months ago. So they already know what they need to know from the kids. And that's the gist of the story, is if the children were actually left alone that day, and or did they see their sister return to the said house if indeed the children were left alone that day. You know for sure, Kaylee. Kaylee, you know how, what is it that you know for sure?
I mean, what gets me, and then they went up to supposedly.
So you're going to tell me that a case that I know of where a child was in foster care in Tennessee, they went out of town to live with their parent, it didn't work out, that child was brought back to Tennessee and back into foster care.
Okay. Well, Queen, I'm going to scoot on out of here. I just wanted to come on, chat with you a little bit. Wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Can't wait to hear about your little shenanigans over the weekend.
Yeah, I'm looking forward. I cannot wait to go because this has been a long-awaited trip for me to go up there and, you know, check out the town and see the little sights and everything. And the last time I went, I really had a good time. I was visiting some people a couple years back, and I really enjoyed myself. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. So this is a treat to myself.
Well,
and I plan on visiting
for everything you do.
Thank you so much. I plan on visiting more often, and then I'm going to slide my little way 2 more hours down the highway and make my way to Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, boy.
That's where I really want to spend some of my weekends, especially when the weather gets really, you know, starts warming up a little bit more. I would like to go to Georgia and spend some time down there. Yes, who done it? I plan to have a wonderful time.
Well, Queen, I'm going to be joining that. I'll be joining that 51 club here in about 3 more months.
Say what now?
I said, I'll be joining your 51 club here in about 3 more months.
Oh, really? Really? So you're a spring baby?
April.
Oh, wonderful. April shower's great. That's great.
So we'll be in this 51 club together.
Oh, yeah. Yes, the High Mile Club, definitely. Yes.
Hey,
God is good. I keep telling
I don't know about that Mile High Club now.
It was just a joke. But I keep telling myself, man, how many more years I'm going to have above this ground? Because, it's like you start reevaluating your life and the choices that you're making and the things you're doing and things that you need to change to make it better. And then you wonder how many more years you got, because it's like, is God going to favor me to live to 80, 90, have all my faculties? I can still use the bathroom, walk. You have to think about things like that. And I feel like I'm at the hump of life. A lot of people didn't make it to 50. A lot of people didn't make it to 30. And so I want to make the best of these last years, because I don't have any guarantee that I'm going to wake up tomorrow. So I want to be happy. I don't want to be frustrated, mad at the world, upset, irritated about nothing. I don't want any foolishness. I don't want to be around any foolishness. And I must admit, it just seems like some days I'm like, man, how is it that I'm back in this type of situation with this or that? And it's like you have to sit and just reevaluate things and, try to check yourself. To make better decisions about your life, the company you keep, the way you carry yourself, the way you talk, the way you act. You have to assess all that. But then I also know that sometimes you can try to do right, do the best you can, and trouble will arise. But I think
you get to a point, you get to that point where you got to take inventory.
Yes, that's
and
the
realize
word.
What is important.
What is important, exactly.
And to me, it's good fellowship, hanging out with friends, having good conversation.
Yes.
It blesses me anyway.
Yes. And that's true, because, as I said, you don't have any guarantees on life, what's going to come along. But there's just sometimes you just say, you got to check yourself. You got to just start checking all the little traps and the doors and the this and the that. And just saying to yourself, what is best for me? What is going to make me happy? What is not going to make me happy?
Exactly. At the end of the day, it's all about yourself.
Yeah.
I'd seen the photo you put on there, and you was talking about self-love.
Yeah, loving myself.
I'm thinking this hit the nail on the head, because this is what I needed to hear.
Yes, because I'm not, currently I'm single. So I tell myself, well, I'm my own lover, my own best friend. Because, I love that song by Beyonce she made many years ago called Me, Myself, and I. That's a wonderful song. Check it out. She's basically saying it's me, myself, and I is all I got in the end. It's what I found out. I can be my own best friend.
Right, exactly. Well, cool. I'm going to go. But you have a wonderful birthday. I may see you before.
Thank you.
I love you. I wish you nothing but a blessed weekend. You have fun, enjoy yourself, and let us know what all went down.
I'm gonna try.
All right, Queen. You stay blessed.
Okay, and you be careful. Thanks for joining me. And I hope everything's going well for you out there where you are.
It's going good. It's going good. Maybe one day you can adventure west.
Okay.
Come and enjoy.
Because I have a really good friend that lives out west. So I kind of wanted to see what it's like on the Pacific Northwest. I want to just hobnob it out there and just relax. And I really want to go out there when it's warmer.
Well, I tell you what, if you ever make it to Oregon, I will buy you dinner.
Oh, you're so sweet.
We'll have to celebrate that.
You don't have to celebrate. I just want to go out there. I would love to do all that. Washington, Oregon, California. I want to see it. Arizona. I just want to just see all these nice little places I've never been, because I haven't been out to the Midwest. Past Illinois, Wisconsin. I haven't been out, Minnesota, all those places, Idaho. I've never been in. I ain't had any reason to go to any of those far off places. But then I've seen these pictures of like Utah, Wyoming. They're really, it's different. And I don't think I want to stay too long, but
yeah. That's what I said.
Definitely.
I've said that. I'm only going for a little while, and I've been here 13 years, so that tells you something.
Okay. All right, Rowena. I'll be going back to West Tennessee. I have family that lives in Memphis, so I have reasons to go to Memphis anyway, just to a few relatives live down there, and two, I haven't been to Memphis in a while. Now, I know how to shake it up down in Memphis, baby. Woo! Queen is giving it up down there, baby. Many moons ago. I love it. Oh, I love it. I love Memphis.
All right, Queen. I love you. I'll see you the next time. You
All right.
stay
Thank you so much.
blessed.
You stay
And
blessed.
I'll talk to you later.
Be careful. Stay warm.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, honey. All right, everybody. That's our friend in Oregon. Thank you all so much for joining me. This has been a very long live. Queen's going to get out of here. I've been on 3 hours, 14 minutes. Thank you all so much for joining me. The content, this was my second live for the evening. The content was pertaining to a biker group coming down here. Some people in chat are saying they're not coming. I don't have verification to that information, but when I get it, I will bring it to you. The second part of this live is pertaining to allegations against Don Wells by Candus Bly that he assaulted her on January 19th. There has been no evidence of physical bruising to the said Bly. They said she seemed okay in his company, Mr. Wells. She didn't seem to fear him. Allegedly, she took items from the house and took them over to the mother's camper. Is she still living on the property? I would assume so. I haven't got any information that she left the property entirely. So when I get more information on that storyline, I will bring you the said information. Yes, my birthday is Saturday. I will be 51 years of age. God is good. Amen. Thank you all so much. Happy birthday to all of those whose birthday is in the month of January. Happy birthday to all of you. And those of you who are early February and Aquarius. Amen. Thank you all so much. If you want to donate to the channel, $ Big Angie 129 Cash App. All super chats were accepted during this live. And thank you so much for the donations, the birthday gifts. Thank you so very much. All the information you need to know is for Cash App is inside the description box of this and all videos on this channel. Thank you so much. God bless all of you. Thank you, T. And So for being mods. Thank you, Amy. Oh, God bless you so much. Thank you all for being so kind. Thank you, Who Done It, Ro. Thank you all for joining me. I'm going to get out of here because Mr. AB is live right now. I'm going to check out his content. Please go over to AB's channel to check out the said commentary. I'm going to get out of here and get myself showered up and have me a little midnight toddy for the evening because I definitely need a break from this shenanigans on this wire. Please pray for Summer Wells. Please pray for her brothers. Please pray for all missing children, adults, that justice is served in all those said cases, cold cases. We need to learn to be more compassionate for our neighbors, to the world, because there are a lot of things that are horrible going on in our country and abroad. This is a very dark world, and the world could be a lot better if we try to treat people with some type of compassion and be a little more kind and a little more patient. It is hard sometimes, but if we work on that, that's a step for there being one better person in the world. I was on a Michael Jackson kick earlier, and one song I played was Man in the Mirror. It is true. Sometimes we need to take a look at ourselves and say, hey, there's some change I need. There's some things I need to work on. We all are work in progress if we choose to be. And when I talk about these said cases, it's proof that something went wrong with this group or that group to lead to the horrific events. And trust me, for your own peace of mind and salvation, you don't want to be one of these people. You don't want to be the suspect, and you don't want to be the victim. So change. Change is good, and all the time good. God is a favorable God, and he shows us mercy every day, even when we do not deserve it. Even when people do heinous things to others, he still gives them breath when he doesn't have to allow them to breathe. See, that's a favor in itself, to have breath in you, knowing you are a rotten human being, but you're still here, still above ground. And that's what people need to think about when they're out here doing heinous things to people, mistreating people, whatever it is, conning, stealing, robbing, manipulating, sexual assault, murder. It's all the same. You don't have to do these things. Pray about it. Turn it over. God is good. All the time good. You just don't want to be one of these stories. And I tell people that all the time. You don't want to be a suspect. You don't want to be a victim, please. And anybody dealing with domestic abuse, there is help. Please call the designated numbers. If you're in a dire situation, exit the building. Don't tell nobody where you are. Don't ever tell anybody where you are and where you are going, because it is too easy for people to give the information out and be threatened or coerced to tell your whereabouts, new phone number, location, whatever. Keep it to yourself till you know you are solidly safe. I still wouldn't give out the information then. The goal is to preserve life, to sustain life. Sometimes you have to learn when to keep quiet to preserve your own life and your own safety. Thank you all so much for joining me. Thank you, T. God bless all of you. This is Everyday Shenanigans. Be safe. Bye-bye.